It's the final day, but he's really not afraid. Got a lot of money, but you know he's on his way. But you know I'm still the same, might have lost my taste. California dreaming, yeah, I'm headed to LA.
Live chat working? I'm not sure the live chat's working. Isn't it? I can see y'all here, but not on the screen.
It's the final day, but he's really not afraid. Got a lot of money, but you know he's on his way. But you know I'm still the same, might have lost my taste. California dreaming, yeah, I'm headed to LA. California dreaming, yeah, I'm headed to LA. California dreaming, yeah, I'm headed to LA. Sunset Boulevard, leave a star for my name. Trying to find your soul, you can find it in LA. Again, 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 again. If you wanna see me, meet me on the boulevard. Oh shit, fuck, I need a new guitar. Living in Cali, you know we going hard. Everything we do for the shooting stars.
Jim D. Dukers, thank you.
It's the final day, but he's really not afraid. Got a lot of money, but you know he's on his way. But you know I'm still the same, might have lost my taste. California dreaming, yeah, I'm headed to LA.
Let's go. Oh my god. Hello everyone, welcome to a brand new chill solo do not worry stream. We're not gonna do this again tonight. That's it. That was the one time. Got a lot of money, but you know he's on his way. That's it. I promise. That was it. That was it. We done. We finished. Hello everyone. Welcome to Do Not Worry. Welcome to another chill stream. Hello everybody. There might be a small change to the programming. We might also react to Nick Fuentes on the PBD podcast. This is not going to be fun. We're looking at the Charlie Kirk memorial. It was weird. Got some clips. We might try to watch like some speeches in full. There was like 9 hours or some shit, so it was weird. First, before we get into any of our entertainment planned for tonight, consider supporting us on Patreon, folks. We have a list of patrons that I'd like to take a second to thank. Awesome people like got their patrons like Elian Mujabbir, Daniel Nefli, and E. Watson. Excuse me, a sneeze is incoming. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, yeah. Ooh. All right. Superhero patrons like Coco No, Mitochondria, Claudia. Also some brand new patrons, blonde patrons like Lipton Ramen, Dana Ahmed, Unidentified Florida Man. And brand new abductee patrons like Caitlin Kelga, Polish Pusher, and Jim D. Dukers and Burt Reynolds. Also some old school patrons like Enzo S., Bilal Moghrabi, Nicolas Malouf, Edouard Sfir. See all these old Lebanese names? Now they've been replaced with foreign names. Hello, everyone. Welcome. You guys can also support us via YouTube by becoming a YouTube member. There's also different membership levels. I'm behind on membership content, folks. I'm sorry. And Patreon content. It's hard. Okay, it's hard doing all these streams. You guys can also support us, just like Jim D. Dukers, by throwing in some super chats. Very much appreciated, but you guys don't have to do any of that to be supportive, folks. It is more than enough for you guys to like this video, like the stream if you're watching this live right now. Click that like button. Engage in the live chat if you're watching the video replay. Leave a comment. Would be nice. Subscribe to the channel. Become a Do Not Warrior. Jim D. Dukers, thank you so much. He says, the things you make me suffer to serve our community. Shaking my head. I'm sorry. Mayor Jim, we're sorry. But we have, this is the new anthem of the show. What can I say? The guy hates me. The guy insults me by calling me a Hindu man as if that was an insult for some reason. Love to our Indian brothers and sisters watching out there. Hello, CH. Hello, Tetrafun, our God tier member. Our only God tier member. Thank you so much, Tetrafun, from Turkey. All the way from Turkey. We love you all. Tetrafun, I hope you saw the cassette tapes that I purchased. 1 second. He actually looks like this guy. Have you seen these, Tetrafun? Look at this. I bought 6 of these. Isn't that cool? I paid $60 for those cassette tapes. So, folks, we love you so much. Welcome, welcome. We're going to have a fun show tonight. Also, take a second to consider subscribing to my gaming channel. I've been going crazy playing some... Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, Hindu's it's apparently an insult now. Pin. If you guys like video games, I've been playing some water park simulator, going crazy. I played for 3.5 hours today. Check this out, though. My park is unrecognizable. Look at that. This is the new entrance. How fucking dope is that? Look at that. Let me move myself, actually, so you guys can see both Anthony's. Look at that. Look at that, folks. I got this whole new expansion that I need to fix. Sprucing up. Look at that. I spruced up the shower area. Got some privacy barriers now for my customers when they're showering. Hey, maybe we can play some of this at the end of this stream. Actually, no, I want to keep it. I'm going to keep this for the live stream, for the video game stream. But look at this. And I got this whole other pink section over there. We got some fountains over there. People waiting to get some hot dogs. Anyways, lots of fun playing Water Park Simulator. So if you guys like that. Also, Dark Souls. Tomorrow night, there's a Dark Souls stream with my friend, my best and oldest friend, Elias. He's coming back, folks. Haven't played Dark Souls in like 3 weeks. We're playing Dark Souls tomorrow night. I'm also playing some American Truck Simulator, folks. A lot of fun stuff happening on the gaming channel. So the link is pinned on top of the live chat right now. Subscribe to that channel. We crossed 1,100 subbies. And yeah, it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. With all that out of the way, let's get into some news, some little news updates before we get into the Charlie Kirk stuff. And let's just have some fun. Let's just have some fun, okay? Yeah, Dark Souls tomorrow. I know you guys have missed it. Artful Decadence, CH. I know you guys have missed it. Apparently, President Donald J. Trump just signed an order officially designating Antifa as a domestic terrorist organization. Here is the text of the order. Section 1. Jim D. Dukers sends another $5 dono. Thank you, Jim D. Dukers, and says, thankfully, your Mukhtar is a forgiving servant. Thank you, Jim D. Dukers, our the great mayor, the great Mukhtar of the community. I'm glad that you're using your Arabic title now, Mukhtar. Bunka Cat is in the chat, folks. We got Bunka Cat, the Bunka Cat. Everybody, W's in the chat for Bunka Cat. Let's go back to reading this here section of... So section 1, Antifa as a terrorist organization, as a terrorist threat. Antifa is a militarist, anarchist enterprise that explicitly calls for the overthrow of these United States government, law enforcement authorities, and our system of law. It uses illegal means to organize and execute a campaign of violence and terrorism nationwide to accomplish these goals. This campaign involves coordinated efforts to obstruct enforcement of federal laws through armed standoffs with law enforcement, organized riots, violent assaults on immigration and customs enforcement and other law enforcement officers, and routine doxing of and other threats against political figures and activists. Antifa recruits, trains, and radicalizes young Americans to engage in this violence and suppression of political activity, then employs elaborate means and mechanisms to shield the identities of its operatives, conceal its funding sources. This sounds like they're describing ICE, concealing their identities, training them, making them extremists. Anyways, conceal its funding sources and operations in an effort to frustrate law enforcement and recruit additional members. Individuals associated with and acting on behalf of Antifa further coordinate with other organizations and entities for the purpose of spreading, fomenting, and advancing political violence and suppressing lawful political speech. This organized effort designed to achieve policy objectives by coercion and intimidation is domestic terrorism. Yanks, the Bunker Cat with a donation says Yanks can SMD FTB. What does that mean? Suck my dick. FTB. I don't know what FTB means. Hey, I get you. Hey, Bunker Cat, we know how passionately you hate the Yanks. Marina Nimbus sends $2 and says, rest in peace to the victims in the south of Lebanon. RIP, folks. Yeah, we talked about them yesterday. 4 family members were killed. The dad, their 2 little twin babies, bro. That's fucking crazy. And their younger daughter. They're survived by a mother and the older daughter. Heartbreaking shit, honestly. What else can we say? about that disgusting situation. We got Madness Arcade in the house with a $5 donor saying, what I was asking yesterday was you should stream Life is Strange on the gaming channel. It can be chaotic fun like choosing the bad ending. Ooh, Life is Strange. What is that game about? Don't like just answer without the super chat, Madness. All right, so number 2. Designation as a domestic terrorist organization because of the aforementioned pattern of political violence designed to suppress lawful political activity and obstruct the rule of law, I hereby designate Antifa as domestic terrorist organization. All relevant executive departments, so being an anti-fascist, folks, is apparently you're being a terrorist. All relevant executive departments and agencies shall utilize all applicable authorities to investigate, disrupt, and dismantle any and all illegal operations, especially those involving terrorist actions conducted by Antifa or any person claiming to act on behalf of Antifa, or for which Antifa or any person claiming to act on behalf of Antifa provided material support. They're saying Antifa a lot, including necessary investigatory and prosecutorial, goddammit, actions against those who fund such operations. Section 3, General Provisions. This order shall be implemented consistent with applicable law. This order is not intended to and does not create any right or benefit, substantive or procedural, enforceable at law or in equity by any party against the United States, its departments, agencies, or entities, its officers, employees, or agents. I'm going between Southern to like someone on a plantation, like, oh, here, oh, yes, or any other person from Mississippi. I'm from Mississippi. This order shall be published in the Federal Register. I own a plantation. I'm a white man. Signed Donald J. Trump, the White House, September 22nd, 2025. Okay, shit, that was a long read. Need to lubricate my throat after that. Madness says it's a decision-based game about a girl who can time travel. It's very good. What is it called again? Life is Strange. All right, noted. Let me add that to my list real quick. Here's just so that I don't forget. No, not this one. Planner. Life is Strange. Why isn't it typing? Come on. Life is Strange game. There we go. It's saved. It's saved. All right. Thank you, Madness Arcade. Now, here's a video on the matter.
I have 3 questions, if I may, on the horrific murder of Charlie Kirk. Government and local officials said that Antifa inscriptions were engraved in these bullet casings that killed Charlie Kirk. It appears to be a trend, especially after what we saw in the Annunciation Church shooting, Catholic Church shooting. Additionally, Stephen Miller recently commented on the rise in this kind of violence, saying there is a domestic terrorist movement growing in this country. The president is designating Antifa as a domestic terrorist organization. I'm wondering, what is the approach to holding these people accountable, just to ensure that violence like this just is eradicated moving forward?
Sure. Well, Antifa is going to be designated a domestic terrorist organization. The president intends to sign that executive order very soon.
Antifa?
As soon as it's drafted, as soon as today, later this afternoon. And this is something the president campaigned on because we have seen a rise in violence perpetuated by Antifa radical people across this country who subscribe to the
Antifa radical people. She doesn't even know what the fuck to say.
Perpetuated by Antifa radical people across this country who subscribe to this group. And unfortunately,
these crazy anti-fascists.
It's gone widely uncovered by many in the legacy media. It also went completely ignored by the previous administration. Not anymore. Not only, as you mentioned, were the bullet casings subscribed with Antifa mottos, if you will, in the...
By the way, I just noticed Nour sent me a WhatsApp asking if I could start with the song. I didn't even read that WhatsApp, Nour, and I started with the song. I knew.
Heinous assassination of Charlie, but there have also been more examples than I could read off for you here in this briefing room today of violence from Antifa. I will just read a few. In July 2025, several members of an Antifa cell ambushed and opened fire on officers at an ICE facility in Alvarado, Texas, shooting one officer in the neck. Also in July 2025, 3 Antifa members were charged with assaulting a police officer during a violent riot outside an ICE facility in Portland, which for weeks prior had been under siege from the local Antifa.
Can you get like an Antifa card? Like, can you get like an Antifa membership? How does it work? How are you an Antifa member? Jim D. Duker sends $2 and says, Bunker Cat, the patio door is unlocked. Be careful, Bunker Cat. Don't you run away. And Bunker Cat sends another dono, 15 Malaysian YRs, and says, this is for Anthony to buy more games. Bunker Cat, I can't add any more games to my rotation. I got to finish Dark Souls at least. Dark Souls, and then I got to finish like this Water Park Simulator and the truck, and I haven't trucked in a while, but that's going to be an eternal game. But I got to at least finish Dark Souls before I add a new game to the rotation. But I have many new games to play. I have South Park, I have Sifu, a bunch of shit. So thank you guys so much.
Terror cell. In February 2024, a transgender Antifa terrorist detonated an explosive device outside of the office of the Republican Attorney.
Transgender? Folks, a transgender Antifa member. We got to stop all the transgenders, all 12 of them. We got to stop all 12 transgenders. Madness Arcade sends $5 and says, Antifa isn't an organization. You just have to be an anti-fascist. Exactly. It doesn't make any sense. How's this? So they're just going to monitor your social media, basically.
General of Alabama. In July 2023, Antifa members linked to abortionist group Jane's Revenge firebombed pro-life facilities and vandalized churches. In January 2022, a suspected Antifa member was arrested for bringing a pipe bomb to a pro-Trump event. In January 2021, an Antifa supporter threatened to shoot police officers and Trump supporters outside of the Florida State Capitol building. Again, I could continue to list many more examples for those in the room who don't believe this is a serious threat to American safety and our national security, but this administration knows that it is. That's why the president will be signing this.
You heard it here first, folks. Antifa, I don't even understand what the fuck they're saying, man. So they're literally, and the next piece of news is actually related to this. White House memo on Trump's new domestic terrorism designation mentions people who celebrated Luigi Mangioni. And let's read the article by Ken Klippenstein or Steen. Donald Trump today designated Antifa as a domestic terrorist organization. The first, let me zoom in a little bit so you guys can see a little bit better. The first such designation ever, as far as I can tell. In an explainer released by the White House, it says that Antifa's terror is part of the trend of radical left violence. The title, President Trump isn't backing down from crushing radical left violence, doesn't leave much room for interpretation. Without ever defining what Antifa, short for anti-fascist, is as an organization, Trump's executive order directs the federal government to investigate, disrupt, and dismantle any and all illegal operations conducted by the group. But in the wake of Charlie Kirk's murder, national security officials tell me the Trump administration feels especially empowered to focus its ire on the so-called radical left, even though, as I've written, it isn't all clear that the alleged Utah shooter was left or right. The designation is normally used for foreign terrorist organizations, which are defined in law. The White House is trying to cast its new counter-terrorism focus as on some kind of radical fringe, but in at least one of the examples they point to, I can think of a lot of people online that it might apply to. Have you expressed an opinion that this administration would construe as having celebrated Luigi Mangioni? If so, you could be a target of Trump's new war on the so-called radical left. The federal government, long before Trump took office, has been writing threat reports about Antifa and other extremists on the left. Now, with this designation, it seems intent on another war with the American people, on the American people. So I guess, I mean, when you're traveling and they're doing that social media scan, before they let you back into the country, they're gonna look up Luigi Mangioni posts. And I mean, shit, folks, have we celebrated Luigi? I mean, I wouldn't say celebrated, but maybe it's time I remove Luigi from set. There you go. That problem is dealt with now. Madness sends another $5. Thank you, Madness, and says, when the left bombs terrorism, when the right bombs misguided, well-intentioned patriotism. Exactly. And like, are you talking about like bombs as in like comedy? Because it's all crazy. But anyways, this is kind of insane. I mean, they're gonna go after your social medias. I mean, shit. I'm gonna get banned from YouTube in like 6 months, bro. At the rate this is all going, with YouTube accepting money from the Israeli government, the U.S. government cracking down on speech. Like, they're either gonna take away my passport, they're not gonna let me in when I try to come in. Like, it was already scary when I was visiting a few months ago. It's even scarier now. I'm supposed to visit my family in a few months. Like, what the fuck? I really don't want to do this. Like, I genuinely don't want to cross the fucking border. Last time, like, Zamatna, nothing happened. I got a sweet Asian lady who's like, hey, just come on in. Now it's gonna be like, oh, fuck, man. Like, I've talked shit about, like, Israel. the Luigi Mangioni situation, Charlie Kirk, Donald Trump. Like, I'm fucked. We're all fucked. Like, I don't even want to travel to the States. If I had the choice, honestly, if I didn't have to go visit my family, I wouldn't go at this point. It's too stressful. It's not worth it. Anyways, here's Mike Huckabee talking about Israel. He says, U.S. Ambassador to Israel, Mike Huckabee. Hatred towards Israel is ultimately hatred toward all of us in Western civilization. Beautiful.
But I hope people in America will understand that the hatred toward Israel, the hatred toward Jewish people, is ultimately a hatred toward those of us in all of Western civilization.
Again, like, who the fuck talks about hating Jewish people when we're criticizing Israel? Why are you conflating the two, you fucker?
Jewish people is ultimately a hatred toward those of us in all of Western civilization upon whose culture and civilization has been built on a Judeo-Christian understanding.
Your culture and civilization stands for fucking genocide. Don't be talking about culture and civilization anymore and being civilized and human rights. You motherfuckers orchestrated and allowed a genocide to take place in 4K and HD in front of the whole fucking world. So shut the fuck up. Fuck you. Fuck your values. I'm sorry. Fuck everything, bro.
Of the reality of God, of the fact that there is a immutable law, that law comes from God, and if we violate it, if we begin to worship the creation more than the creator, then we will end up with a real heavy anti-Semitic and ultimately anti-Christian worldview. But I hope people in America will understand.
Madness sends another $5 and says, benefits to having a small channel and not being known / relevant. If shit happens, you fly under the radar. That's what you would think. I'd like for that to happen. But if Ethan and Hila have their way, you know, they'd want me to get fucking banned, or they'd want me to get demonetized or something. They tried to get their audience to mass report the channel. So it's scary. It's scary fucking with them because you know they're petty and you know they're going after anyone who criticizes them. They're suing everyone they can sue. They're harassing everyone else, so if they ever set their sights on us, it's okay. I have an insider at YouTube, folks. I have an insider. We're relatively safe. Not really. Marco Rubio. All these, I love getting these videos on a daily basis. As Israel bombs the shit out of Lebanon. And like a war with Israel, another war between Lebanon and Israel is looking likely, honestly.
No matter how many papers, there is no Palestinian state, no matter how many papers they put out. And the only time there'll ever be one is if there is a negotiation with Israel, which right now is impossible because they have a war. There is no Palestinian state, no matter how many papers they put out.
This fucking guy. I'm sorry, 1 second. I can never take Marco Rubio seriously. We've seen this clip before. You cannot take him seriously after seeing this.
And safeguarding human rights. On foreign policy, America
Whoopsie, sorry. Way too loud.
continues to be indispensable to the goal of global liberty. On foreign policy, America continues to be indispensable to the goal of global liberty, property, and safeguarding human rights. The world is a better place when America is the strongest nation on earth. But we can't remain powerful if we don't have an economy that can afford it. In the short
Having cottonmouth the whole speech.
time that I've been here in Washington, nothing has frustrated me more than false choices like the one the president laid out tonight. The choice isn't just between...
Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. The way he's looking at the camera, he's making sure not to break eye contact with the audience as he's going away for that sip of water.
The president laid out tonight. The choice isn't just between big... Nothing has frustrated me more than false choices like the one the president laid out tonight.
And the fact that it's a tiny little bottle. It's a small little bottle. The little... Like, he clearly needs like a gallon of water. He's cottonmouthed as shit, stressed as fuck. And yet he's on TV having to deliver this fucking response to the State of the Union. And our little boy gets thirsty. Let's watch that again.
When America is the strongest nation on earth. But we can't remain powerful if we don't have an economy that can afford it. In the short time that I've been here in Washington, nothing has frustrated me more than false choices like the one the president laid out tonight. The choice isn't just between big government or big
If
business.
this was live, how fucking embarrassing is it to have to do this? Like, how much, like, how badly does this undercut your message? He's trying to be like, you know, look like a badass. This was before he ran for president, I think. And this was like right after like Obama's speech. He's trying to fucking make Obama seem incompetent. And he's fucking out here getting thirsty, chugging out of a tiny little bottle of water.
What we need is an accountable, efficient, and effective government that allows small and new businesses to create more middle-class jobs.
Anyways, let's continue. What were you saying, Mr. Rubio?
There is no Palestinian state, no matter how many papers they put out. And the only time there'll ever be one is if there is a negotiation with Israel, which right now is impossible because they have a war going on with Hamas, a terrorist group that butchered over 2,000 people on October 7th.
2,000? Oh, his face is looking a lot more waxy. Almost like you know what I mean? Like a wax statue now. What happened? You used to have a normal complexion. What's wrong with your face?
Because they have a war going on with Hamas, a terrorist group that butchered over 2,000 people on October 7th.
God, 2,000? Shit, that's news to me. I thought it was 1,200. Didn't Israel kill half of them? You know, the Hannibal Directive?
Almost 2 years ago. And so as long as that's going on, the whole thing is irrelevant. It's almost a vanity project for a couple of these world leaders who want to be relevant, but it really makes no difference. Now, I will say the impact it has had is it actually derailed, it made talks that were going on, it made it even harder to get Hamas to enter into concessions that might have brought this to an end. And look, we think there's a window of opportunity right now to pursue it. The only leader in the world, really, that can
Hamas was getting in the way of deals. Jim D. Duker sends another 5 and says, we need to redact it, all of the redacted until redacted, and the redacted are redacted. Exactly, Jim. I love U.S. like legislation, and when they put out like old information that was covered up by the government, all this UFO shit, it's all redacted.
To broker that or bring that together as President
Shut up,
Trump.
Marco. Oh, okay, so we're at Ryan. We've reached the Ryan Kirk stuff, folks. Here's a quick little montage of Ryan Kirk, the man that we are forced to mourn as American citizens. And by the way, we love Ryan. Folks, we love Charlie. Did I call him Ryan Kirk? Charlie Kirk, folks. Charlie Kirk. Do not arrest us, American government. Do not arrest me. Okay? I've mourned Charlie Kirk. I was live when it happened. Okay? I was also live when Hulk Hogan died, and I was also live when Ozzy Osbourne died. 3 legends, okay? I had to endure their deaths live on camera. So do not come after me. I'm not criticizing Mr. Kirk, the martyr, the hero. Okay? Please. You saw what I did to my Luigi plush. I'm not fucking around.
So you're comparing abortion to the Holocaust?
Absolutely, I am. In fact, it's worse. It's worse. Were these blacks trying to go rob her? Happening all the time in urban America. Prowling blacks go around for fun.
Prowling blacks. Okay, so let's start this again. R.I.P. Ryan Kirk, folks. Ryan Kirk, Charlie's long lost cousin.
So you're comparing abortion to the Holocaust?
Absolutely, I am. In fact, it's worse. It's worse. Were these blacks trying to go rob her? Happening all the time in urban America. Prowling blacks go around for fun to go target white people. That's a...
He was such a sweet man. Gone too soon. Talking about them prowling blacks.
fact. Black crime is a major issue in our country. Why are you pushing criminal justice reform exactly? Joy Reid and Michelle Obama and Sheila Jackson Lee and Ketanji Brown Jackson, they're coming out and they're saying, I'm only here because of affirmative action. Yeah, we know. You do not have the brain processing power to otherwise be taken really seriously.
What a good man. A father and a husband. He had kids. He had sexual intercourse with a woman, and they produced children together, and they were married. Hence we mourn. Oh, we mourn Mr. Charlie Kirk. We mourn him together.
Had to go steal a white person's slot to go be taken somewhat seriously. Now, the southern border is, of course, the great replacement. They're trying to replace us demographically. They're trying to make the country less white. It is an anti-white agenda. If I see a black pilot, I'm going to be like, boy, I hope he's qualified. Taylor.
So every time you see a celebrity, wasn't like, what were they called? Selma Blair? Wasn't Selma Blair posting about him on Instagram? And then like, I'm sorry, I don't know these people's names. Kirsten Chenoweth or whatever. Kirsten Chenoweth. responded like, oh yeah, he was such a great man. I love Charlie Kirk. Like all these fucking celebrities, these white celebrities are listening to this white supremacist and they're like, yeah, these prowling blacks. All them prowling blacks. What in the hell? Let's continue. More from Charlie Kirk.
Swift is now engaged to Travis Kelce. This is something that I hope will make Taylor Swift more conservative. Reject feminism. Submit to your husband, Taylor. You're not in charge.
America was at its peak.
Submit to your husbands, ladies. Submit. Submit to your man. Okay? What a man, what a man, what a man, what a mighty good man.
When we halted immigration for 40 years and we dropped our foreign-born percentage to its lowest level ever.
Miss Rachel, you quote Leviticus 19, love your neighbor as yourself. The chapter before affirms God's perfect law when it comes to sexual matters. In Leviticus 18 is that thou shalt lay with another man shall be stoned to death. Can we get that picture up, Ryan, of that Marvel's Avenger team? Now, I don't know who the person is on the left. Is the person on the left that came and did the interview with Joe? The TikTok your government.
Oh, he's using the T slur. He's using the T slur. What a good man. Did someone correct me on Kirsten Chenowich? Sorry, let me check the chat real quick. What's her name? Did anybody know? Ryan, good old Ryan Kirk. Yeah, his smile is fucking freaky.
Government is being run by freaks. It's like immediately I have like a flashback to a country where weren't able to do Bud Light commercials. What is being trained?
So he's using the T slur over and over again.
Trans even mean?
Chenoweth. Oh, Chenoweth. Okay.
Is that even a real thing? It means you need therapy. We must ban trans-affirming care the entire country. I do think that there is a direct correlation between someone's testosterone and their politics. On young men, the lower their testosterone, the more likely they are to be Democratic.
So if...
Nice. You guys hear that? The manlier men with more T, with more testosterone, you're more likely to vote Republican because you're a real man, okay? You're a God-fearing, Marlboro smoking, pickup truck driving, horse riding man. It's definitely not gay.
you had a daughter and she was 10 and she got raped, and she was going to give birth and she would and she was going to give birth and she was going to live. Would you want her to go through that and carry her baby?
That's awfully graphic.
But it's a real life scenario that happens to many people.
The answer is yes, the baby would be delivered. When blacks in America did not.
The baby would be delivered. I mean, we've reacted to some of these clips before. This is just a montage. Again, I love it when he just says blacks. When blacks in America, prowling blacks. I can't believe he's like this man became famous by saying shit like that. Prowling blacks. Oh my God.
Scenario that happens to many people.
The answer is yes, the baby would be delivered. When blacks in America did not have the same rights they had today, they were less murderous, there was less break-ins. Why is that?
So I'm sorry, are you trying to say that blacks thrive under subjugation?
No, I'm not. I'm saying I'm asking you the question. The data shows they were actually better in the 1940s. It was bad, it was evil, but what happened?
Those prowling blacks weren't prowling as much when they were slaves. You hear me? Why is it that they're prowling now in 2025, but they weren't prowling when they were enslaved and whipped every day by their masters? Can you answer me that? God damn it. Anyways, RIP, rest in peace, Charlie Kirk. Let me back into America so I can visit my family, TSA. Okay, RIP. Let's watch the longer clip of him discussing pilots and why he doesn't want a black pilot. That's, again, another one of Charlie Kirk's greatest moments, greatest hits. Charlie, our hero.
When I get on an airplane, you know, I want my pilot to be like, "Hi, this is Chad." Maybe like a little bit of a southern accent.
Chad Buckworth here.
You know,
no, Chad.
Exactly.
This is my 31,000th hour. I'm kind of bored, honestly.
Yeah, I could do this in my
Charles,
sleep.
But exactly. I want just like cookie cutter, like.
Pilot.
Yeah, this is so easy to me.
Bunka Cat says, pour out a little Ayran for my homie Charlie Kirk. Y'all drink Ayran in Malaysia? Really? Ayran is like basically a yogurt drink, folks. It's a yogurt drink. I don't know if y'all would like that, but this is pretty tasty.
I don't want LaQuisha James.
They have
who
that like
comes up,
pilot voice.
and she's just like, "Hi, ladies and gentlemen, pray for me."
Oh, the smile. Look at that lovely smile. So he doesn't want no LaQuisha. Okay, he wants a Brad. He wants a, hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am Brad. I'm a white man. I've been flying for a couple of years. I am white. Keep in mind, I'm a white man in my 40s, early 50s, and I will be flying and landing this plane for you. That's what Charlie Kirk wants to hear.
And the truth is, it's just this is a creation
that beautiful smile and laugh. We're gonna miss it.
That the left wanted because
and they think you can't say anything about it because they'll call you a racist. And this is where we really have to take the gloves off and say your name calling will not get in the way of people's safety at 35,000
they're like
feet.
it's offensive to
When I get on an air,
People's safety, folks. That's it. Hey, black, you got a black pilot. You're fucked. That's according to Charlie Kirk and his friends. What a great. Like, I really want to watch. Like, was this on YouTube? I want to watch a full episode of a Charlie Kirk show once. I'm genuinely curious. Like, is it all like this? Was this the whole show? That should be like something I do separately. Charlie Kirk show full episode. Charlie Kirk. Let's check his YouTube channel.
You know, Patriot Mumbles.
Videos. Yeah.
The breaking news of this new footage we have.
He had a whole YouTube channel, huh? But where does he host that show? Is it Turning Point or something? Turning Point USA. Maybe it's there. Weird. So no, this is where he does his debates and shit, huh? Okay, anyways. What else we got? Oh, okay. So we're gonna talk about his wife, Erika. I'm gonna go get some juice, folks. I have some pineapple juice in the fridge. It's so fucking good. I'm 10 seconds. Okay, first of all, pineapple juice is the superior juice. We're not even going to have that conversation. This is just a bottle of Tropicana Slice. Now, this is more like pineapple sugar syrup than it is juice. It's like thick and fucking sweet, but it's so fucking good, so refreshing. I got 2 of these for, well, I mean, I had it like a manusha. I had a lahm bajin in the morning. Lahmacun, for y'all Armenians, it's basically just like minced meat and like spices, and it's like diced tomatoes, diced onions, delicious spices and seasoning on like a flatbread, heated in the oven, delicious. I had one of those in the morning with one of these, and I got an extra one, and I'm about to have the shit out of this right now. So pineapple juice, yeah, mango juice is good, no name, but pineapple juice is number 1. It is number 1. Marina says pineapple juice helps increase serotonin. Is that bad? Let's meet Charlie Kirk's wife.
My wife joins us, Erika Kirk,
Hi,
the beautiful,
everyone.
legendary Erika.
I love you so much.
I love you.
You're my best friend.
Welcome to the Charlie Kirk Show. We have asked the audience for...
He does seem well behaved. When he's around his wife.
Hi,
the beautiful,
everyone.
legendary Erika.
I love you so much.
I love you.
You're my best friend.
Welcome to the Charlie Kirk Show. We have asked the audience for questions. You pick one.
Who is more conservative and why?
Erika.
Yes.
By far. Not even.
The man who talks about prowling blacks is saying that his wife is more conservative than he is. Isn't that kind of freaky? Maki's asking to come in 1 second. Maki, I'm coming. Come here, Maki. Maki's in the room. Is he going to jump? Maki, jump. Jump on the table. Jump on the table. Hey, there he is. Maki is here. Our little boy's here. Welcome, Maki. Welcome, welcome. Everybody welcome Maki in the chat. Natha's also here. Okay, anyways, let's go back to the video. So Charlie Kirk talking about his wife.
Close. I am a moderate compared to Erika.
Andrew always jokes that once you got married to me, you got more based.
That's true. That is true. No, Erika is very conservative. Do you think having kids made you more conservative?
100%. Which I didn't think was possible.
This shit scares me, bro. She sounds scary. Again, R.I.P. Charlie. You know, this sounds horrifying, man. Let's watch this clip again. But he's like scared of her. Look at how he's sitting. Look at his arms. He's got his arms crossed. You know, he's terrified of his wife.
My wife joins us, Erika Kirk,
Hi,
the beautiful,
everyone.
legendary Erika.
I love you so much.
I love you.
You're my best friend.
Welcome to the Charlie Kirk Show. We have asked the audience for questions. You pick one.
Who is more conservative and why?
Erika,
Yes.
by far. Not even close. I am a
By far, not even close. I'm a moderate. Again, remember, the man who says he doesn't want LaQuisha flying his plane, who talks about prowling blacks, who would let his 10-year-old daughter give birth to a baby after she were theoretically R-worded, all sorts of shit. She's more extreme, apparently.
moderate compared to Erika.
Andrew always jokes that once you got married to me, you got more based.
That's true. That is true. No, Erika is very conservative. Do you think having kids made you more conservative?
100%. Which I didn't think was possible. But 100%. Absolutely.
Shouldn't she be home now making sandwiches if that was the case? Right? Why are you out talking on a microphone, woman? Should be home submitting to your husband. What is this you're doing? Isn't she like educated? Doesn't she have degrees and stuff?
And do you
And a
think...
better wife.
Mm-hmm. My wife joins us, Erika Kirk,
Hi,
the beautiful,
everyone.
legendary Erika.
I love you.
But in all honesty, how did a hideous man like him? She's a beautiful woman, like objectively. How the fuck did he pull that off? That's fucking crazy. With that mouth, and those gums, and that face, and that personality. I mean, personality, she might be more unhinged than he is, but like, how could she look at that face all day? Just being honest. What in the hell? How did he do this? Before we jump to these freaks, this is how she walked in to do the speech for Charlie at the memorial. Look at this shit. ليش في فرقع? Why are there fireworks? Why does it look like she's walking into a wrestling match? Praise Jesus, my husband. Okay, I'm not gonna say that. It's like the final moment in like a Disney movie where someone takes the stage, they're about to sing their final performance on American Idol or something. It's your big moment, Erika. Don't mess it up. And I love that now they're using what we use in Lebanon. They're using bulletproof glass. Welcome to the Middle East, folks. This is what we use literally when our politicians have to do public speeches. You think they're going to risk getting shot? People get shot and blown up here all the time. We've been using bulletproof glass for fucking years, decades now. So America, welcome to the party. Welcome to the bullet. You know your country's fun and rocking when your politicians and your leaders need bulletproof glass, folks. That's how you judge a country. Blessed Jesus, bless my husband. Praise the Lord, praise Charlie Kirk. take Jesus, take the wheel. I mean, look, it is. I mean, look, it's fucking sad. She lost her husband. I mean, I get it, you know, and not just lost her husband, he was brutally murdered in front of the world. So I'm sure it feels great to have that support for people being like, isn't it weird that she's in like a stadium? Look, it's nice to know, as evil and horrible as her husband, I'm kidding, as great as Charlie was, some people might say he was a bad man. If there are people out there saying that he was a bad man, not us, of course. It is nice to know that like his work, his horrible work, you know, wasn't for, like, at least for them. Like, it's comfort for them, for these evil motherfuckers, man. I don't know what to say. You know what I mean? It's comforting for her to have these people there, and I'm sure it feels good. And it is sad to see her upset. Like, at the end of the day, she didn't fucking do anything. She was just married to the guy. I mean, you know, she gave us his offspring, but you know. Yeah, I do know she was Miss Arizona, and it was like a Trump pageant, apparently. Out of respect, okay, we're not going to look at any of the Miss Arizona pageant photos right now. Okay, she's a lady in mourning. This is my moment. Okay, we have the whole speech that we're going to watch eventually. But anyways, the whole thing was just kind of insane. Trump, let's see a couple of Trump. I don't think we're going to have time to watch the full Trump speech, but let's watch a little bit of it.
Just like Charlie and Erika made Turning Point hot, we are...
Like, how weird is this fucking memorial service? You got Trump just talking about like the government and like how his administration is doing great work.
Just like Charlie and Erika made Turning Point hot, we are looking at a country that has the chance to attain a level like never before. Tariffs are
gonna make America hot. Make America hot again. Dangling Charlie Kirk's dead body, basically, to try to score whatever political points they can.
Are making us rich again, richer than anybody ever thought was possible. And the only one challenging them are people that hate our country or foreign countries that are paying a price, because they did the same thing to us for years. They took advantage of us, but we're making money. We're becoming richer and richer.
This is a funeral. This is supposed to be a funeral. Say nice things about Charlie. Talk about like the time where you went to the beach together or played golf or some shit. Why are you talking about the country's making money? Like, no one cares, man.
And we're taking care of our people better and better when we do that. And we can take care of other countries better and better. But
talk about the time. Oh, remember when Charlie, he talked about those prowling blacks? My favorite episode of the show.
We're doing unbelievably well. The tariffs have really been a hold. The election was big, but the tariffs, because of the election, came in. And remember, other nations do that to us. And Charlie understood that. He saw the money. He saw what was coming into our country, and we can use that for Medicare, Medicaid, Social Security, all of these things that we fight so hard for. And that's exactly what's happening.
Trump, yeah, this was kind of crazy.
In that private moment on his dying day, we find everything we need to know about who Charlie Kirk truly was. He was a missionary with a noble spirit and a great, great purpose. He did not hate his opponents. He wanted the best for them. That's where I disagreed with Charlie. I hate my opponent, and I don't want the best for them. I'm sorry. I am sorry, Erika.
That's what you want to hear at a funeral. I actually love revenge. I hate my opponents.
But now Erika can talk to me and the whole group, and maybe they can convince me that that's not right, but I can't stand my opponent.
This was, we're going to get to the Erika speech in full, but this was unhinged, bro. This fucking guy, what's his name again? Tucker Carlson with a Joker laugh.
And it actually reminds me of my favorites.
Of course, he can't skip an opportunity to blame this on the Jews, not even Israel in particular, just the Jews. I think he means Israel, but I mean, the way he framed it was kind of weird.
Story ever. So it's about 2,000 years ago in Jerusalem, and Jesus shows up and he starts talking about the people in power. and he starts doing the worst thing that you can do, which is telling the truth about people, and they hate it, and they just go bonkers. They hate it, and they become obsessed with making him stop. This guy's got to stop talking. We've got to shut this guy up.
Again, just the comparisons to Jesus. Stop comparing Charlie Kirk to Jesus. Can we stop? Can we agree that the man wasn't Jesus Christ?
And I can just sort of
Jesus would fucking hate Charlie Kirk. He would absolutely fucking loathe the man.
picture the scene in a lamplit room with a bunch of guys sitting around eating hummus, thinking about what do we do about this guy telling the truth.
And now he's appropriating hummus to Israelis? Come on, man.
About us. We must make him stop talking. And there's always one guy with the bright idea, and I can just hear him say, I've got an idea, why don't we just kill him? That'll shut him up. That'll fix the problem.
Bro, that laugh is, I'm sorry, it is unhinged. It is unhinged. It's literally a Joker laugh. He's crazy. Put this man away.
That'll fix the problem.
It like comes out of nowhere.
That'll fix the problem.
Anyways, dude, this fucking memorial was fucking popping. Okay. Oh, now he does. Trump does a dance next to the widow. But it's so fucking cringe and awkward. Oh my god. Oh my god. Here's another man comparing him to Jesus. So fuck it, we're not gonna watch this. Oh, this was fucking crazy. Man of Steel. This is according to Fox News. Charlie Kirk's body stopped a bullet that would typically just go through everything, and it was an absolute miracle. Nobody else was killed. His surgeon told TP USA. They were so desperate to like find a miracle, because everything has to be a miracle for these Christians and just like extreme right-wing Christians. So if Charlie couldn't survive, because that would have been great. That would have been the ultimate miracle. He survived the shooting. That was a miracle from God. He couldn't survive the shooting. So what's the miracle? He stopped the bullet from killing other people. It's a miracle. God works in mysterious ways. Jesus Christ. Oh, yeah. Yeehaw. Like, what the fuck? Anyways. Let us take a moment to watch some more things. And get to the speeches in full.
Your wife is not your employee.
Hello, Turning Point. And a special thank
Patriots.
you to Erika.
Okay, Trump's speech was 42 minutes. How is Trump's speech longer than his wife's speech? Okay, here she says we're gonna watch her speech in full, so no need to watch that clip. Okay. Thank you. June says, thank you, Charlie. Thank you, Charlie, for saving the people that were behind you from the shooter. And we're gonna watch Erika's full speech, okay? Let's do that. Is the volume okay?
Hello. God bless all of you for coming here from all over the world to honor and celebrate my Charlie.
My sweet, sweet Charlie. You guys, okay, one second. You guys are asking for the hug, so let's see YouTube. Trump hugs Erika. Trump hugs Erika Kirk.
Out, Erika, please come out. Thank you.
Papa Trump, Father Trump, save me. Jim, time to get with my dinner chores later, chat. Good night, Mayor Jim. So our salutations to Jim, sir. Everybody, W's in the chat for Jim. He be leaving us tonight. We're going to miss you, Jim. We're going to miss you. passionate kiss on the forehead. He ain't letting go. Oh, disturbing. Charlie's watching all of this from hell. I mean heaven. Spider-Man, what the fuck? Don't be desecrating the Spider-Man web motion. What is this? No. No. Is that some secret racist thing that I don't know about? Is it like when people do this or something? They mean that's like white supremacy? Does this also mean white supremacy? Do people that do this also not like, do they like, call them prowling blacks? Do they not LaQuisha flying their plane? Is that what's happening? Have I been unknowingly, I'm a huge Spider-Man fan, have I been unknowingly doing a white supremacist symbol my whole life?
Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you very much, and good luck. God be with you.
He's holding her hand, folks. Look at that. What a fucking creep.
Thank you.
It's an Illuminati hand symbol. Jesus Christ. You see, I knew it. There are no innocuous, no safe hand signals. I love you just tapped her hand. See how you just tapped her hand right there? So weird. Stop touching America. People are saying it's a devil sign, so they're saluting the devil for taking care of Charlie, right? He's not even pointing. He does this. Why are you doing this to the sky? Like, he's right there, somewhere along there. Not right there. I can't point to him, but he's in that vicinity right there, Charlie. The prowling blacks. Okay, now let's watch the speech.
Just a few miles from here, 2 years ago at America Fest 2023, Charlie delivered a speech on stage for our TPUSA Faith event. Charlie loves speaking off the cuff. He was very good at that, without a script. So I personally didn't know what he was going to say. And what he chose to speak about that day was his submission to the will of God. He quoted one of his favorite Bible verses, Isaiah chapter 6, verse 8. Here I am, Lord. Send me. After Charlie finished, I met him backstage, and I spoke to him, and I'll never forget this. I said, Charlie, baby, please talk to me next time before you say that statement. Because when you say something like that, there is so much power in that verse.
There's so much. What did he? Sorry, I was updating the title of the stream, folks.
After Charlie finished, I met him backstage, God. And what he chose to speak about that day was his submission to the will of God. He quoted one of his favorite Bible verses, Isaiah chapter...
I'm sorry, like, American Christians are the most evil Christians in the world. Like, these white supremacist, right-wing Christians, they scare the living fuck out of me. Like, you don't seem like people who have stepped into a church. They have perverted the idea of Christianity in such a way.
6, verse 8. Here I am, Lord. Send me. After Charlie finished, I met him backstage. And
So basically, Charlie was saying, Jesus, take the wheel.
I spoke to him, and I'll never forget this. I said, Charlie, baby, please talk to me next time before you say that statement. Because when you say something like that, there is so much power in that verse. When you say, here I am, Lord, use me, God will take you up on that. And he did. with Charlie.
It was God that shot you in the neck. You told God, hey, God, use me. And God was like, hell, all right, fuck yeah, let me use you. How can I brutally, I'm going to get you shot in the neck. That is going to help spread our message far and wide. God sure does work in mysterious ways. Yeehaw.
"11 days ago, God accepted that total surrender from my husband.
Maybe, did anyone suspect that Jesus took the shot? Maybe God sent his most loyal soldier, the man that died for all our sins, the man that was hung on a cross, essentially. If God is gonna trust anyone with taking that shot, it's Jesus Christ. Jesus killed Charlie Kirk. God wanted Charlie by his side, and he was like, son. Jesus was like, yes, daddy. So it's time for you to get that sniper rifle out the closet. Yeehaw! Yeah!
And then called him to his side. More than anything, Charlie wanted to do not his will, but God's will. And over these past 11 days, through all the pain, never before have I found as much comfort
in knowing that my husband was no longer here
as I now do in the words of our Lord's Prayer, thy will be done. God's love was revealed to me on the very day my husband was murdered. On the afternoon of September 10th, I arrived at a...
I mean, look, if she hated Charlie Kirk, if she hated him, she got the best out. You know what I mean? He was shot. She gets to mourn the husband, but now she's kind of stuck. Like, now she could never remarry. Imagine if anyone found out that Erika Kirk was dating another man. You betrayed our Lord and Savior, Charlie? Like, she's now expected, I'm sure, by, like, the Charlie Kirk audience, if she ever even looks at a man in a suggestive way, they're going to come after her. So she better remain celibate for the rest of her life. I'm not saying she should. I don't care what she does. But the Charlie Kirk audience, oh, you know they're going to expect her to remain faithful to Charlie for the rest of her life. And I think she will, because she has to keep up appearances. You know what I mean?
Utah hospital to do the unthinkable, to look directly at my husband's murdered body. I saw the wound that ended his life. I felt everything you would expect to feel. I felt shock. I felt horror and a level of heartache that I didn't even know existed. But there was something else too. Even in death, I could see the man that I love. I saw the one single gray hair on the side of his head, which I never told him about. Now he knows. Sorry, baby, I'm telling you now, but never told him. Didn't want to.
Oh, cute, endearing moment between Charlie Kirk and his wife.
I also saw this. I also saw on his lips.
Keep in mind, Charlie Kirk described her as being way more conservative than he is. So whatever his beliefs are, hers are like 100 fucking times worse. Like, she is fucking terrifying, to be honest with you. Nothing is scarier than like a Republican, conservative white woman.
The faintest smile. And that told me something important. It revealed to me a great mercy from God in this tragedy. When I saw that, it told me Charlie didn't suffer. Even the doctor told me. It was something so instant that even if Charlie had been shot in the operating room itself, nothing could have been done. There was no pain, there was no fear, no agony. One moment Charlie was doing what he loved, arguing and debating on campus.
So he did die instantly, right? Like, people were trying to make it seem like he still kind of had a pulse when he was at the hospital, but apparently, I mean, by the look of that fucking footage, bro, he was gone. Like, he was just, the blood was oozing out. It was like a gallon of milk, and someone just shot that gallon of milk, and the milk just started pouring out. That was the blood. So I do believe that he did probably die instantly, but he did suffer. He did suffer, and he was terrified when he died. Like, there was a... I'm sorry, Erika. You want to believe that he was fucking terrified when that shit happened, okay? And it must have been a painful few seconds. While the blood was still gushing out, he definitely suffered.
Fighting for the gospel and truth.
W's in the chat for Tetrafund, who just gifted 10 Do Not Worry memberships. Thank you so much, Tetrafund.
In front of a big crowd, and then he blinked. He blinked and saw his Savior in paradise.
I mean, look, she has to tell herself this stuff. You know what I mean? She's his wife. She saw her husband getting murdered. If you know what I mean? If they had a healthy relationship and stuff, then let her. I don't care what she believes. Let her tell herself whatever she wants to comfort herself at night. These evil white supremacist people.
And all the heavenly mysteries were revealed to him. God's love continued to be revealed to me in the days that followed. The next day on the tarmac in Air Force Two, I confronted Usha Vance, precious woman. I held her hand and I told her, honestly, I do not know how I'm going.
Usha Vance, is that JD Vance's Indian wife? Why are you friends with a minority? She's brown, she's not white.
To get through this. She told me something. She said, you know when you're on an airplane with your kids and it's the last 15 minutes of the flight and things are crazy, kids are not cooperating, toys are flying everywhere and everyone's screaming, and you think to yourself, I cannot wait for this flight to land. And it's 15 minutes before you land. And she told me, you will get through these 15 minutes and the next 15 minutes after that.
Powerful words. Powerful words. Relating to children on an airplane. I get you, Usha. Usha Vance.
I don't think you realized it then, but those words were...
Artful Decadence, good night. So I started a little late, guys. I do apologize for that. This is a later stream than usual.
Exactly what I needed to hear.
Kate says, I can't relate because I'm poor and don't travel.
But most of all, God's mercy and God's love have been revealed to me these past 10 days. After Charlie's assassination, we didn't see violence. We didn't see rioting.
She had to put in a racist like thing. Unlike when those prowling blacks get angry and start rioting and looting, when my Charlie died and all those whites were mourning him, there were no riots. No looting was happening. Oh, I see what you're doing there, Erika. Right away. They can't miss an opportunity, even in death, even while mourning her husband. They have to make this about race and black people. On God. Can't keep it in her pants. Not for 2 seconds.
But most of all, God's mercy and God's love have been revealed to me these past 10 days. After Charlie's assassination, we didn't see violence. We didn't see rioting.
Unlike you prowling blacks, Bunker Cat says Candace Owens is the true love of Charlie Kirk. She truly is. That montage she dropped, truly his wife.
We didn't see revolution. Instead, we saw what my husband always prayed he would see in this country. We saw revival.
Saw terrifying revival, Jesus Christ. Revival of white supremacy.
This past week, we saw people open a Bible for the first time in a decade. We saw people pray for the first time since they were children. We saw people go to a church service for the first time in their entire lives. Charlie liked to journal.
I actually went to church this weekend. I made a documentary about someone called Joseph Merab a couple years ago. His mother passed away a year ago, so he invited me to the 1-year mass of his mother's death. So it's the first time I attend mass in a long time. And it's so weird. It really is weird to be a Christian. Like, anytime a number of people are chanting the same thing at the same time, you just sound like a weird cultist. It doesn't matter what it is, what religion it is. As soon as like 5 or more people are reciting the same thing or singing the same song together, it just all sounds and seems insane. I can't describe it.
And I say this because he did it to remember important moments and sayings that affected him. And one of the things he wrote in his journal was this: every time you make a decision, it puts a mark on your soul. To those of you out there who just made that decision and took the first step toward a spiritual life, I say thank you and welcome.
We're going to speed this up a tad. We're going to watch this at 1.5x speed.
One day I hope you look back and realize it was the most important decision of your life, because it is. All of you who are already believers, it is your job to shepherd these people. Do not take that lightly. Water the seed of their faith. Protect it and help it grow. Every day as Charlie rode into...
Water the seed of their faith. It's like the speeches they used to give us in school. انتوا هلا قمحة صغيرة بنحط لكم شوية مي وبتكبروا بتصيروا whatever. You're like a little seed and like what grade school shit is this?
To the office, he would go through his contact list, and I know there's many of you who were impacted by this. He would go through his contact list and send Bible verses for the day.
Those are the most annoying people. People who send Bible verses on like WhatsApp. In WhatsApp, they send these fucking broadcast messages. Stop sending me any Bible verse. I don't want to read it. If I want to read a Bible verse, I'll open up a Bible and I'll fucking check it out. And by the way, people who send Bible verses are usually hiding something. I used to have a teacher back in high school. A few years ago, he got like exposed to be as a pedophile. Essentially, he would take like, he used to be my snowboarding instructor and math teacher. Weird fucking shit. And he used to be a science teacher too. So that guy got exposed to being a pedophile. You know what he started doing after being exposed to being a pedophile? He started sending people I don't know if he was arrested or for very long, for how long, but he would send people Bible verses all the time on WhatsApp. Be wary of people that send Bible verses. That's all I'll fucking say.
He knew that faith was a habit. The more you live it, the more it grows. But know this too. The seed has only just been planted. The enemy will tempt you the most in a time like this one.
His name was Tony Abiatme. Allegedly, he was accused by a child. Hey, he never did anything to me, but Tony Abiatme allegedly a pedophile.
God will always be there for you, but you must choose to mark your soul again and again in the direction of Christ. Pray again. Read the Bible again. Go to church next Sunday and the Sunday after that, and break free from the temptations and shackles of this world.
What is this like a Christianity PSA? Are they just trying to convert people to Christianity? Is that the point of what we're doing now? What is this? Is that the legacy of Charlie Kirk? White supremacy and Christianity. That's what we need more of in this country. What is this?
Being a follower of Christ is not easy. It's not supposed to be. Jesus said, if anyone...
Couch Surfer says Quran is better in my opinion. Hey. Who knows?
...would come after me, let him deny himself, take up his cross and follow me. He said he would be persecuted. He said we would be persecuted. And Charlie knew that and happily carried his cross all the way to the end.
One moment.
And I want all of you to know, while Charlie died far too early, he was also ready to die. There was nothing he was putting off. There was nothing that was too hard or too painful or nothing that he just felt like he didn't want to do it. He left this world without regrets. He did 100% of what he could every day. But I want you to know something. Charlie died with incomplete work, but not with unfinished business.
Did she forgive the shooter?
He left this world without regrets. He did 100% of what he could every day. But I want you to know something. Charlie died with incomplete work, but not with unfinished business.
Incomplete work, but unfinished, not unfinished. Unfinished business? What?
Business. Charlie died with incomplete work, but not with unfinished business.
They're going to milk the shit out of his death for the next, I don't know how many years. She's gonna fucking use this to run for like president in 4 years. They're gonna make her into the ultimate right-wing political commentator. They're gonna drag her around events, right-wing conventions, RNC, all sorts of shit. That's it. She's now the face of the Republican Party.
But I will miss him. I will miss him so much because our marriage and our family were beautiful. They still are.
Not if the kids inherited his mouth.
The greatest cause in Charlie's life was trying to revive the American family. When he spoke to young people, he was always eager to tell them about God's vision for marriage and how, if they could just dare to live it out, it would enrich every part of their life in the same way that it enriched ours. And someone once asked me how Charlie and I, how we kept our marriage so strong when he was busy traveling. And our little secret, it was love notes. Every Saturday, Charlie wrote one for me, and he never missed a Saturday.
Mornings that I spend without you, Erika, are darker than those prowling blacks that I see down in the neighborhood. Is that the love note that Charlie Kirk writes? Erika, the relief I feel when I see you is greater than the relief I feel when I hear the voice of a white pilot, knowing that it's not a black woman that's about to try to fly me home. Those are the kind of love notes that Charlie Kirk writes?
And in every single one of them, he'd tell me what his highlight was for the week, how grateful
Today I'm gonna shit on Mexicans, trans people, and blacks.
he was for me and our babies. And always at the end, he would always end it with asking the most beautiful question. He'd always end it by asking, please let me know how I can better serve you as a husband. Charlie perfectly understood God's role for a Christian husband. A man who leads so that they can serve. To all the men,
like, I can't imagine, but like, hey, that clip with Erika though, he did seem like kind of a, like, you know what I mean? Kind of a pussy.
and watching around the world, accept Charlie's challenge and embrace true manhood. Be strong and courageous for your families. Love your wives and lead them. Love your children and protect them. Be the spiritual head of your home. But please be a leader worth following. Your wife
Who are these people famous? We need to judge anyone at these events, folks. That's what needs to happen.
Your wife is not your servant. Your wife is not your employee. Your wife is not your slave.
Wait, that's not what Charlie said. Charlie said that wives are his servants. You have to submit to the man. That's what Charlie Kirk said.
She is your helper. You are not rivals. You are one flesh working together for the glory of God.
Okay, that's... Is this a sermon? What is this? Guys, you guys are asking her to cry in the chat. She can't cry. None of these tears are real.
I was Charlie's confidant. I was his vault. His closest and most trusted advisor, his best friend. I poured into him and loved him so deeply, empowered him, because his love for me drove me to be a better wife. Every day he honored me, and I prayed that I could be the wife that God needed me to be for my husband.
I made him the best sandwiches, turkey cheese, no crust, just like he liked it.
Women, I have a challenge for you too. Be virtuous. Our strength is found in God's design for our role.
You hear that, ladies? You hear it? This is for you, ladies. Listen up closely.
To be for my husband. Women, I have a challenge for you too. Be virtuous. Our strength is found in God's design for our role. We are the guardians. We are the encouragers. We are the preservers.
We're the encouragers. Go on, honey. You can do it. I'm just gonna sit here and care for clean the house, but you go ahead and you do it. We are the ultimate encouragers. Okay, that's kind of funny. I've never heard anyone refer to themselves as an encourager. I'm gonna say that one's kind of funny. Go ahead, honey. You can do it. I love you.
Our strength is found in God's design for our role. We are the guardians. We are the encouragers. We are the preservers.
We are the encouragers. Remember, you ain't never gonna achieve shit in your lives, but you better encourage your man when he's trying to.
Guard your heart. Everything you do flows from it. And if you're a mother, please recognize that is the single most important ministry you have.
Guardians of guardians of encouragement.
In our home, because Charlie traveled a lot, we tried to travel with him where we could. But I made sure that when Charlie returned from work, it was his sacred landing place, away from the worries of the world. I didn't make him feel guilty for being away too long or too much.
Or for being a racist piece of shit.
Or getting home too late. I always told him, home is here for you, and it'll be ready for you. And I made it into this place where he wanted to be as soon as possible when he was on the road. There was no keeping score between us.
Ooh, Sunflower Dragon sends in a $10 dono and says, it's notable that neither his siblings nor his parents spoke at whatever this thing is. You crack me up, Anthony. Love note, Erika, my beautiful Aryan wife. I want prime rib for dinner on Sunday. And you better not get it from that black butcher. Better get it from the white butcher. Thank you so much for the generous dono, Sunflower Dragon. And yeah, it is weird. Like, this should have been family and stuff. They had, like, people from the Trump administration. And, like, what the fuck? Like, did Marco Rubio have a speech, too? And, like, it was just weird. It was weird. It was weird. They should have had, honestly, was Candace Owens there? Because Candace Owens should have had the only speech. She should have had an hour-long speech as his true love, clearly. But yeah, crazy shit.
We were a team, working together for the same mission. I never wanted to be the one standing between Charlie and the task that God prepared for him, had set for him. And I knew Charlie would always do his best to help me with the same. My marriage with Charlie was the best thing that ever happened to me. And I know it was the best thing that ever happened to him as well. He wanted everyone.
That's presumptuous.
To experience that joy. I know it was the best thing that ever happened to him as well. He wanted everyone to experience that joy. And that's what's so beautiful about God's design for marriage, is that everyone can.
So she's here to preach Christianity and marriage. What else?
And I could talk endlessly about it, and years to come I will. But Charlie's mission, above all, was aimed directly at those who aren't married. He named his organization well. He knew things were not right with America, and especially with young people, and they needed a new direction. Charlie passionately wanted to reach and save the lost boys of the West. The young men who
the lost boys of the West.
Feel like they have no direction, no purpose, no faith, and no reason to live. The men wasting their lives on distractions, and the men consumed with resentment, anger, and hate. Charlie wanted to help them.
That's right. Charlie's content was the complete opposite of resentment and hate. It was all about loving others and peace and coexistence, and definitely not making people angrier online by blaming all of their problems on the prowling blacks.
He wanted them to have a home with Turning Point USA. And when he went onto campus, he was looking to show them a better path and a better life that was right there for the taking. He wanted to show them that. My husband, Charlie, he wanted to save young men just like the one who took his life.
Bold statement, a bold statement.
That young man. That young.
Oh, now we're acting. Bad Pierogi gifts 1 Do Not Worry membership. Thank you so much, Bad Pierogi. And Burp Reynolds, who's a patron, has just received the membership. Well, congratulations, Burt Reynolds.
Man, on the cross, our Savior said, Father, forgive them, for they not know what they do.
And lead us not into temptation.
That young man, I forgive him.
Look at all these white men being moved to tears. Oh, that was so fake. I'm sorry.
I forgive him. For they not...
Because the way she keeps repeating, that young man.
know what they do. That young man. I forgive him.
This guy right here, this fucking guy, Cassie Nova sends $5 and says, I am fulfilling my duty as a woman and encouraging a man to follow his dream. Love the show. Yes, Cassie, you need to be the best encouragers, all of you ladies. Call any man you know, whether it's a friend, whether it's someone you're dating, a husband, and just encourage them. Make them feel good about themselves. Make them feel good about an upcoming project that they have. Whatever you do, just remember, you are the ultimate encouragers, the ultimate nurturers and carers. Ow, I cut myself at a weird place today at the gym. Every time I stretch my skin, it hurts. Thank you for the encouragement, Cassie. Remember, ladies, serve your men and encourage them well. Oh, she's crying now. You guys, Whimsical Wanderer says not a single tear. It looks like she's got a tear flowing. So many sad white people. This white man, this white lady. Is this lady kind of Asian? Nope, she white. Okay, let's try to Where's Waldo this shit. Let's try to find a non-white person next time they cut to the audience, okay?
I forgive him because it was what Christ did and is what Charlie would do.
Look, we might not have another chance to get an audience shot, so let's do this now. Okay. Let's spot a non-white. Starting here. Oh, you guys can't see the mouse. Let's start here where you all can see. White, 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 white. Everyone's white. Everyone's white in this vicinity. Let's make sure this is that's pretty high quality. Everyone here is white. There might be a brown person here. This person might be brown right there. White, 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 white. Okay, so you guys can't see here. I think I found an Asian lady. I think I found an Asian lady right above the live. You see this? She might be Filipino, folks. She might be from the Philippines. So this lady might not be white, but she's surrounded by another sea of white. White, 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 white. Ooh, is that a black person right here? I can't tell. Is that a prowling black in the audience? There might be a prowling black, folks. How did they let them in? How did security even let them in? Sunflower Dragon sends a $5 dono and says, I hear the Lost Boys of the West crashed Grindr again after this event. I saw your correction. Thank you for the $2 correction, Sunflower Dragon. Yeah, they definitely crashed Grindr. All those whites on Grindr. So it's a Latino, you think? There are brown Proud Boys, really? I don't see any of them here. Oh, there might this guy is definitely brown or extra tan, but he's brown. He's brown. He's Latino. You need to stop saying that before you get clipped. What, the Prowling Blacks? They're going to know it's a reference to Charlie Kirk.
I forgive him because it was what Christ did and is what Charlie would do. The answer to hate is not hate. The answer we know from the gospel is love, and always love. Love for our enemies and love for those who persecute us. The world needs Turning Point USA.
Those who persecute us like Jimmy Kimmel.
It needs a group that will point young people away from the path of misery and sin. It needs something that will lead people away from hell in this world and in the next. It needs young people pointed in the direction of truth and
Whimsical Wanderers. Oh, you saw two black people left and center. Hey, that's more than I thought.
beauty. And so I promise you today, every part of our work will become greater. I am tremendously honored to be the new CEO of Turning Point USA.
Oh, she's the new CEO?
In the direction of truth and beauty. And so I promise you today, every part of our work will become greater. I am tremendously honored to be the new CEO of Turning Point USA.
Promotion! Sunflower Dragon sends another $2 and says, I'm also encouraging you, Anthony. You can do it. Well, thank you, Sunflower Dragon. You are fulfilling your duty as a woman. All of you ladies, all of you women, again, you need to encourage someone. Just encourage a man, okay? Next time you get mail, you see the mailman, give him some encouragement. It is your duty as the ultimate encouragers. Let me cut to me, maybe a little bit more light. Hello, everyone. Waiting for the power to come back. Just another little old Lebanese night. There we go. We back. We're back.
I do not take that lightly. Charlie and I were united in purpose. His passion was my passion, and now his mission is my mission. Everything that Turning Point USA built through Charlie's vision and hard work, we will make 10 times greater through the power of his memory. Chapters will grow.
Yeah, someone, Kai says, I can't believe you're leaking the new season of The Boys like this. I did see a tweet that was like, this is just like The Boys. People would say that The Boys is too on the nose. Like, they're not on the nose enough. Given this shit, this is so absurd.
Thousands of new ones will be created. TP USA Faith will add thousands of new pastors and congregations.
Pastors? Jesus Christ. I thought it was like a political movement. Why are they adding pastors? What is this?
And yes, campus events will continue. And we will continue to hold debates and dialogue.
Who's gonna do the debates though? No one gives a fuck. People wanted to debate Charlie because he's a douchebag.
The First Amendment.
I mean, a hero and a martyr. We love you, Charlie. R.I.P.
Of our Constitution is the most human amendment. We are naturally talking beings, naturally believing beings, and the First Amendment protects our right to do both. No assassin will ever stop us from standing up to defend those rights, ever.
Theo, you might be high, but I did speed up the video. It's at 1.5x speed now.
Because when you stop the conversation...
One sec, we've got 2 cats now. Will Nata attack Maki for no reason? Oh, who's starting it? Did Maki start? Maki, be nice. Hey, hey! Hey now. You guys are getting some primo cat content right now. Nata has the high ground. Don't do it, Anakin! I have the high ground! I hate you! Oh, shit. Nata took over his spot. Are you going to keep it now, Nata? Are you going to keep the spot? Or you want more? Nata's going for more. She wants to fuck him up. Nata's going to fuck him up. Okay. Unfortunate.
You stop the dialogue. This is what happens. When we lose the ability and the willingness to communicate, we get violence. And as I stand here now, and I look at this beautiful photo of my husband in front of me, hanging in the stadium, I think of my husband 13 years ago. I hadn't met him yet. He was 18 years old.
Kate Orange Kitty is a girl. Her name is Nata, and the white and orange kitty is a boy named Maki.
And barely out of high school, running around the halls of the RNC without $1 in his pocket and a single contact in his phone. People who saw him said that he didn't know.
Okay, that's enough. Let's cut to the Trump speech. There's this other guy, Stephen Miller. His is 13 minutes. If we watch that quickly, let's watch a little bit of that. That one was apparently pretty crazy.
Hello to our fearless president, Donald J. Trump.
Fearless.
And hello.
Just call him fearless leader.
To millions of Americans all across this land who are gathered in sadness and sorrow to mourn Charlie Kirk, but also to dedicate ourselves to finishing his mission and achieving victory in his name. The day that Charlie died, the angels wept, but those tears have been turned into fire in our hearts. And that fire burns with a righteous fury that our enemies cannot comprehend or understand.
We must kill them to make them understand and quench the thirst for revenge and to quench the fire that is in our bellies. The Whimsical Wanderers send $5 and say, as a fallen H3 fan, I just want to say you are much more entertaining than Ethan ever was, and I see you guys rising just as high as they did. Well, thank you so much, Whimsical Wanderers. I mean, I would hope so. They were very famous. I mean, honestly, just to have a fraction of their success would be enough for me. I'm not looking to be a global celebrity. I'm just looking to be an entertaining streamer on the internet, having some fun with you guys. You know what I'm saying? And thank you so much for the support.
When I see Erika and her strength,
it is very sweet to hear that as a fallen H3 fan myself, you know. And Sunflower Dragon sends $2 and says, when they say TPUSA, I think I know. Why the fuck would you call anything TPUSA? Like, why would, like, did they not think it would sound like toilet paper?
And her courage, I'm reminded of a famous expression. The storm whispers to the warrior that you cannot withstand my strength. And the warrior whispers back, I am the storm. Erika is the storm.
Does this guy want people to pick up their arms and, like, you know, start shooting people in the streets?
We are the storm. And our enemies cannot comprehend our strength, our determination, our resolve, our passion. Our lineage and our legacy hails back to Athens, to Rome, to Philadelphia, to Monticello. Our ancestors built the cities. They produced the art and architecture.
Our white ancestors, by the way, I mean the Greeks. What?
They built the industry. Erika stands on the shoulders of thousands of years of warriors, of women.
Of white warriors. By the way, the Greeks, I mean, I don't think the Greeks would even call themselves white, man. Come on.
Who raised up families, raised up city, raised up industry, raised up civilization, who pulled us out of the caves and the darkness into the light. The light will defeat the dark.
Oh, now we're getting into Amalek stuff. The light will defeat the dark. The whites will defeat the blacks. What is going on here, Stephen Miller?
We will prevail over the forces of wickedness and evil. They cannot imagine what they have awakened.
Who's they? Who's they? Anyone who's not white? Theo sends €2 and says he is paraphrasing from a Goebbels speech.
Cannot conceive of the army that they have arisen in all of us. Because
is it really? Because I would not be shocked.
We stand for what is good, what is virtuous, what is noble. And to those trying to incite violence against us, those trying to foment hatred against us.
Oh, Kate sends $3 Canadian and says, please spoil Nata and Maki. I will. They're always spoiled. They live well. They eat good food. They got snacks and treats. They get played with. They get pet all the time. Thank you so much. And you guys always sending them little tips. They're happy. Thank you so much, guys.
What do you have? You have nothing. You are nothing. You are wickedness. You are jealousy. You are envy. You are hatred.
Who's you? What are you talking? Who are you talking to? They and you? Are these your pronouns? Are you they and you?
You are nothing. You can build nothing. You can produce nothing. You can create nothing. We are the ones who build. We are the ones who create. We are the...
You don't build shit. China builds everything for you.
Ones who lift up humanity. You thought you could kill Charlie Kirk? You have made him immortal. You have immortalized Charlie Kirk. And now millions will carry on his legacy. And we will devote the rest of our lives to finishing the causes for which Charlie gave his last measure of devotion. You cannot defeat us. You cannot slow us. You cannot stop us. You cannot deter us. We will carry Charlie and Erika in our heart every single day and fight that much harder.
Who's he talking to? I appreciate the passion. Who are you so angry about? Who's the they? Who's the you that you're talking about? Who? Carry Erika and Charlie with you? إلى الأبد يا خيي. Who cares? Good for you. DOC Dismay, member for 6 months. Jesus, thank you so much, D. Says, is this not idolatry? It is. It is. They're idolizing Charlie now. Like they're literally treating him like a deity.
Because of what you did to us. You have no idea. The dragon you have awakened. You have no idea how determined we will be to save this civilization, to save the West, to save this republic.
A KKK dragon? Might have spilled some water on the keyboard.
Because our children are strong, and our grandchildren will be strong, and our children's children's children will be strong. And what will you leave behind? Nothing. Nothing.
Nothing.
To our enemies.
A legacy of nothing. You can build nothing. You can do nothing. You will accomplish nothing.
You have nothing to give. You have nothing to offer. You have nothing to share. But bitterness. We have beauty. We have light. We have goodness. We have determination. We have vision. We have strength. We built the world that we inhabit now, generation by generation. And we will defend this world. We will defend goodness. We will defend light. We will defend virtue. You cannot terrify us. You cannot frighten us. You cannot threaten us. Because we are on the side of goodness. We are on the side of God. And to my friend Charlie, to my brother...
What the fuck is this guy talking about? I honestly don't know what the fuck he's saying. Why is he so angry? Why are you so angry?
Charlie, I know you are looking at us right now.
From hell. Yves Gibran sends $2 and says speech right out of 1935 Germany. I know, it's fucking insane. I know, it's great. Just say you hate brown people and blacks.
I know you're watching Erika right now.
Those prowling blacks, just like Charlie used to hate, we will defeat you. Our white civilization, our Western civilization is greater than all Eastern civilizations. Yellow, brown, whatever your color is, we are better.
I know you're watching your children right now. And I promise you, my friend, I promise you, my brother, we will prove worthy of your sacrifice. We will prove worthy of your time on earth. We will make you proud. We will finish the job. We will defeat the forces of darkness and evil. And we will stand every day for what is true, what is beautiful, what is good.
This guy should, like, join the IDF. He would be right at home there. Sunflower Dragon. Oh, so it is literally from that speech, huh? Sunflower Dragon with a $2 donation says it's from a global speech. He is vile. OC Dismay sends another 2 and says, if they're on God's side, why weren't they raptured? That's a topic for another time.
Good. And we will achieve victory for our children, for our families, for our civilization, and for every patriot who stands with us. God bless you. God bless Turning Point. God bless Erika. God bless the Kirk family. God bless our heroes. And God bless the United States of America. Thank you.
Charlie lived his life.
Oh, she's there too? What the fuck was her name? What was her name? God, what was her name? Let's watch a bit of Trump's speech, and then we can jump to PBD. A little bit. We'll do a little bit of PBD. And just a little bit of Trump. He's going to say some repetitive shit, I'm sure.
Today, America is a nation in grief, a nation in shock, and a nation in mourning. Less than 2 weeks ago, our country was robbed of one of the brightest lights of our times, a giant of his generation.
Let's see how long he talks about Charlie Kirk, and then how long he talks about his administration and how great he is.
And a special thank you to Erika.
Tulsi Gabbard, that's right. Tulsi Gabbard.
Because today, America is a nation in grief, a nation in shock, and a nation in mourning. Less than 2 weeks ago, our country was robbed of one of the brightest lights of our times, a giant of his generation, and above all, a devoted husband, father, son.
Above all, a devoted husband and father, folks. Never forget, husband and father.
Christian and patriot. Charles James Kirk.
Mo, what up, Mo?
Was heinously murdered by a radicalized, cold-blooded monster for speaking the truth that was in his heart. He was violently killed because he spoke for freedom and justice, for God, country, for reason, and for common sense. He was assassinated because he lived bravely, he led boldly, and he argued brilliantly without apology. He did what was right for our nation. And so on that terrible day, September 10th, 2025, our greatest evangelist for American liberty became immortal. He's a martyr now for American freedom. I know I speak for everyone here today.
Bro, he seems so fucking insincere. Let's just watch like 5 minutes of this and then we'll jump ship.
Today, when I say that none of us will ever forget Charlie Kirk.
Yeah, apparently they cured autism. Just stop taking Tylenol if you're a pregnant woman. No more autism, folks.
And neither now will history. Because while Charlie has been reunited with his Creator in heaven, his voice on earth will echo through the generations, and his name will live forever in the eternal chronicle of America's greatest patriots. He will live forever. To Charlie's incredible and beautiful widow, Erika.
He's so bad he can barely read the fucking teleprompter. He will live forever, literally.
America, we know the weight of this monumental loss is almost unbearable.
Ooh, Theo said I sent a link with a comparison speech. Is that on Discord? Or my Discord's not open.
But even in the midst of heartache,
Let's try to. It takes me don't switch. Let me try to access the chat. Where did you send that? Swan. Oh, these are fundraisers. How about chat? Regular chat? Let me see. Oh, there it is. Visit site. Is there a video?
We'll defeat the dark. We will prevail over the forces of wickedness and evil. They cannot imagine what they have awaited. What is jealous? Nothing other what you did to us.
Miller is one of Donald Trump's. I'm reminded of a famous expression. In that speech, Goebbels, who entitled the speech "The Storm is Coming," said, "We think no longer in terms of class. We are not workers or middle class. We are not, first of all, Protestants or Catholics. We do not ask about ancestry or class. Together we share the words of the poet. People rise up and storm, break loose." Erika is the storm. Oh, goddamn. It's an image. All right, let me come back here. Okay, guys, I'm gonna get back to a bit of Trump's speech.
Pain too great to even fathom. You have somehow found
He says this is the worst Black Mirror episode since 2 pounds.
Strength and deep faith to be a comfort to millions and millions of people. And thank you very much, Erika. Thank you very much. Today, an entire nation wraps its loving arms around you and your beautiful children. We share in your immense and overwhelming sorrow, and we vow that we will do everything we can to ensure that your children grow up in a land where their father is honored and revered as a great American hero. That's what he is.
Imagine having to fucking, oh my God, pretend that you like Charlie Kirk and you respect Charlie. I'm so glad that I don't live in America right now, having to stay quiet about Palestine and Israel, and now having to pretend that you give a shit about Charlie Kirk. Oh my God.
To Charlie's parents who lost their beloved son, and to the entire Kirk family, we know that no words can ever be enough to fill the void he leaves behind. That's a void that just can't be filled. But I hope the extraordinary outpouring of emotion over these past 11 days has comforted you with the knowledge that your son brought more good and love into this world.
Theo, why are you apologizing? Sorry about that. Sorry about what?
In his 31 short years than most people even stadium. This is not an arena. This is a stadium. He had so much to give. It's so much. Raised in graduating high school, and with just $1,800 in his pocket, the young man from Illinois, who no one had ever heard of, started an organization whose grand the first to speak to me about a man from Ohio.
Oh, this lady. Oh, yeah, she's his wife, right? She's from Arrested Development. Isn't she like a hardcore Republican? What's wrong with this guy's face? What the fuck? Look at all these fucking weirdos, man.
If you stop taking Tylenol, you'll be fine. You're not gonna get autism if you take Tylenol as a pregnant mother. Vaccines are bad. They're killing people. You shut up. The measles vaccine is bad.
By the name of J.D. Vance. Have you ever heard of him? He's doing a good job. But Charlie would...
Okay, that's enough of Trump. Let's watch some Nick Fuentes on PBD. Isn't that fucking crazy? We're just gonna watch a little bit of this shit. Obviously, we're not gonna watch a lot of that. DOC Dismay sends a $5. Thank you so much, D. And says Erika is like 30 something and doesn't have a husband now. CK would call her worthless, and she's trying to be a CEO. Who is she submitting to now? Oh, that's true. She's a working woman. She's a husbandless in her 30s. I mean, that was out of her hands, but I mean, yeah, she's kind of woke. She's kind of a feminist, wouldn't you think? All right.
Your opinion of me. I'm Middle Eastern married to a white girl. Do you think it's better off for America to minimize more of me coming to America.
America is no longer America. Mass migration is changing what America is. And I want to conserve what America historically has always been.
Well, that's a little bit, that's a little bit harsh.
Well, I'm not in favor of interracial marriages. That's against my value. I'll be honest with you.
Why would you put Nick Fuentes on your podcast? Why would you do that? My lawyers, don't do it.
My lawyers? Why would you have Netanyahu on your podcast, you fucking dog? This guy, remember, this guy tries to represent like, I'm an Assyrian, Iranian, Armenian. Shut the fuck up. You don't represent Assyrians. He has this little Assyria thing right here. I have a fucking sword, bitch. Okay? Okay? Shut the fuck up. No true Assyrian would sit next to Benjamin Netanyahu, especially if your people have been the victims of a genocide. You dog.
You know what's a great thing? I don't have sponsorship to lose. I don't have to worry about an investor saying they're not in. No. And me, for my entire career, I'll talk to anybody. And the reason why I wanted to speak to him is because this interview happened the day after me leaving Charlie Kirk's memorial, which was the most magical revival I've been in my entire life.
Oh my God, of course this guy was at the Charlie Kirk memorial. Of course. It would make sense if we would watch this right after the Charlie Kirk memorial, of course. It was the greatest revival ever. Are you even a Christian? Well, what the fuck is wrong with you, man? He might be a Christian. I mean, who knows? Assyrians are generally Christian, but like, who cares what you have to think? It's not supposed to be a revival mass. It's supposed to be a fucking mourning.
Charlie was 31. He's in his mid to late 20s. And I feel what we need today more than anything else is to continue talking to each other. And if we don't learn about each other, what are we going to do? Hate, misinformed, agitate, divide, continue to call each other out, and create this.
What a true hero. This is true valuetainment. True valuetainment. DOC Dismay sends another 2 and says, does Nick Fuentes sound like that on purpose? I think so. And for those of you who don't know, Nick Fuentes is like a raging racist, white supremacist, anti-Semite. Like, he's been deplatformed everywhere. I don't even know where he streams. Does he stream on Twitter or like Rumble?
Temperature to go higher and higher and higher? No. Guess what? You know what podcast I did with this guy? I don't know if there's a podcast that you'll learn how he became who he became. What caused him to go from being a pro-Thomas Sowell guy, pro-PragerU, to a girl at Daily Wire who he was hanging out with. I think they even liked each other at one point. I became a Jew, converted, and then did certain things, and some retweets, some incidents with Ben, that the temperature elevated. One after another, and then in one video while he's at a university at this Leadership Institute, where the camera is kind of angled and this girl records him.
What is he talking about? Okay, just get into the interview, bro. That's a lot of disclaimers.
Adam, what's your... Okay, so we're finally doing this.
Sunflower Dragon sends another $5 dono and says, Erika worked for Trump's beauty pageant since 2012. Small world, ain't it? It is. And she also won, right? She won Miss Arizona or something. Beauty Queen Mudmud, who's been a member for 6 months as well. Thank you so much for the consistent support, Mudmud. She says, a bit cringe. These guys are all fighting for audience rather than actually sharing real moments they had as a friend. I know, everyone's just using their friend's death to make content. Like, hey, I'm making content out of Charlie Kirk, but I don't give a fuck about the guy. I mean, I'm kidding. He was a hero. U.S. government, TSA, let me through to visit my family.
Yes, finally.
Yes. A lot of people are like, I don't think he's ever going to do it. Have him on. You shouldn't have him on, lawyers. Never have him on. This is not good. You're going to be tied in a group. You're in a good place. So that makes me want to talk to the guy. But let me tell you, yesterday I'm at the Charlie Kirk's memorial. Obviously, the late, great Charlie Kirk. I'm there. A couple comes up to me, okay? I'm standing next to Adam, and Vinny's there, and my 2 boys, Dylan and Tico, are there. This couple comes, can I take a picture with you? Yes, of course. We take a picture. And then the guy gets a little too close to me, a little bit uncomfortable, but he didn't seem like a weird guy.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
seemed a little gay. Got a little close to me. I was like, hey, are you gay? What's going on? Why are you getting so close to my face? You know what I mean? I mean, I'm down to valuetain you, but this is a bit too close for comfort.
And then the guy gets a little too close to me, a little bit uncomfortable, but he didn't seem like a weird guy.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I don't know if you paid attention. He has stopped saying the N-word. Please have him on. I said, who are you talking about? He says, Nick has stopped saying the N-word. I said, no, he said it a lot a week ago. I said, no, he slowed down. He actually reacted. I said, well, we're going to have a conversation. I said, you're probably the first to know that we're having a conversation, and then obviously you're here. Appreciate you for coming out and making the time.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, Nick, I don't know much about you except for the clips I've seen, respectfully. To me, the way I've made my money over the last, 25 years in insurance and finance was watching who has talent. And I would watch somebody, I would say, this guy's got what it takes, right? First time I had Charlie Kirk on at 23 years old, I said, there's something very special about this guy. At 23, I came to my insurance company. I said, this guy's going to be the president one day. Watch this guy closely. First time.
What is wrong? Why does everyone fucking suck Charlie Kirk's dick so much? He's just a fucking podcaster. What kind of fucking... He's just a racist fucking asshole. What is it with he's got so much talent? I saw Charlie Kirk. I was like, he's going to be the president. No way. What do you mean? Why? Because he hates black people?
I watched Tucker. Unbelievable talent. When you watch him, humor, sarcasm, intelligence, pushing back, subtle. He's making fun of you. You don't know it. The audience knows it. He knows the art. Candace, talent. Dave Smith, talent. We used to have a comedian working here called Marcelo Hernandez.
Tucker Carlson, Candace Owens, Charlie Kirk is like the fucking... it's Batman's Rogues Gallery. It's the Sinister Six from Spider-Man.
Who is now on SNL. I don't know if you know who he is or not. Incredible. They used to produce Adam's show. And I said, this guy's going to do something special. Now he's on SNL. Vinny, talent. I see you, the way you communicated. Very, very talented. Very
talented. The way you say all these anti-Semitic things, you're great. Uber talent. Value talent. Value talent. It's just value talent. You're so value talented. It doesn't matter the horrible, despicable things you may say. I think you're a talented individual. I like you. I like you very much.
Capable, very talented. And I've expressed this before on the show before. But I want to know a little bit more about how you became who you are today. And then we'll cover a lot of different topics. So go to high school. 14 years old, who is Nick Fuentes?
Well, at 14 years old, I was already very political. I've been political since really I was 12 years old.
Why?
I hated the Jews since I was 8.
Why is that?
Well, I just started to develop an interest in politics. There were a lot of political conversations happening due to the rise of Obama, actually, in 2008, 2012. And I wanted to know basically everything about it. You know, when you turn around that age, you start to ask questions about the world and how we all got here and, you know, about things that happened before. And so the first thing I ever watched, actually, was Thomas Sowell on Uncommon Knowledge with, I think, Peter Robinson. Yeah, they're both excellent, from the Hoover Institute. And that was actually the first thing I ever watched, and I just devoured it. I devoured everything.
At 12?
Yeah, 12, 13, 14.
Who introduced you to Thomas Sowell?
I just Googled it. A buddy of mine in school was telling me about the private sector. I said, what?
No chapters? What the fuck? Come on, man.
It's the private sector. You know, what is the economy? And so I just Googled it on YouTube, and that was the first thing that came up, and I watched the whole thing, and it was just, I was enamored by it. And I told him he must have been in his 40s.
And this school, walk me through the demo of the school. Is it a public school? Is it a private school?
It was a pretty affluent public school, mostly white. That's the way it's going to go. And that was kind of the first realization. That's what made me say, I'm all in it for Trump, even though ideologically I wasn't really with him just yet.
Because you're a libertarian at the time.
Right.
Right. Okay, I'm following. So now you're all in for Trump. He's the closest thing to a libertarian. I don't know. I don't think it was Joe Jorgensen, right? Who was a candidate at the time for
Gary
libertarian?
Johnson.
Right. So you're not going to go Gary Johnson, right? I think he got, is he the one that didn't know the capital of a country? And I don't know what it was.
Yeah,
Something
Aleppo.
was, yeah, that's what it was. And it's like, oh my God, this guy can't be in, and they moved on. That was an easy one for him. So you're in that moment. I'm going to go all Trump. What happens next?
So I go all Trump, and I'm a big Trump guy. I get my MAGA hat, and I'm all excited about it, and I volunteer for the campaign and everything. And so he wins the primary in the spring of 2016. Convention happens, I think, July 2016. I enter college at Boston University in September 20.
By the way, random point. These mic stands are like really expensive. They're like $500. I wanted to get one of these. Like they have like this awesome spring. You could just put it up and down. They're really expensive. I ended up buying the closest thing I could to that, which was like an Elgato version, which is this thing, which I can, because I like moving the mic. As you guys notice, I kind of like, not tics, but like I like moving stuff. So, but those are fucking expensive. This is like a $500 mic stand. Can you believe that? $500 for a fucking mic arm? I mean, I get it. It's got like hydraulics and shit to go up and down, but like shit. Still, I'm very happy with mine. I'm very happy with this. This is more than enough. As long as I can just move the mic back and forth, that's all I need. And it's got a low profile. It's a low profile mic arm.
2016. And this is the first time I've lived outside Chicago. I've lived in the same place my whole life. And it's important to impress upon you and maybe everybody like where I grew up. It's like this pocket of America that never changed. It's a baseball town. Everybody's white. Everybody's obsessed with baseball. Everybody's Catholic. So growing up, I'm going to CCD, which is like catechism class for Catholics. Everybody loves baseball.
Sounds fucking boring as hell. White baseball Catholic town? How did he not hang himself?
An annual parade where you go and eat hot dogs and play baseball. So this is a place that is untouched by, like I said, even though
Nirvana. It's coming, folks. It's coming.
They're liberal. They're not even really progressive. It's untouched by the progressive politics, by a lot of the diversity, even the crime. It's safe, white picket fences. Take a trip down to Western Springs, Illinois. I mean, you'll see what I mean. It's like the land that time forgot. I go to college in Boston, totally different story. Boston's obviously super diverse. It's a lot of young people because it's all schools, all universities, and they're all from Asia, all foreign students, and they're all Chinese, they're all from these Asian countries. And there's also, it's a little dangerous. There's a little criminal element, and everyone,
some prowling blacks
on the campuses, they're militant left wing. And that was kind of a culture shock. And I kind of realized in that moment, most of the country looks like this now, actually. New York, LA, Miami, the big cities, and most people live in the cities, they all look like this because of immigration, because of left-wing progressive politics. And I kind of said, in that moment, my slice of America that I grew up with is a dying breed. It's literally going extinct. And I like my upbringing. I love my upbringing. I want to, if I have a family, I want to raise my kids in a place like that. But in 50 years, will there be places like that?
Will there be places where there's only whites? I mean, you know that other people can be Catholic. You don't have to be white to be Catholic. Hey, other Asians, Japanese people play baseball. Isn't that crazy? You could have Christian Japanese people living in your neighborhood. Does it have to be just white Catholics who love baseball?
She's going to become majority minority in the 2030s. So when I'm old and gray and I have grandkids, what is the country they're going to look like?
And you're questioning this. You're questioning, you're having this dialogue, you're asking yourself, I'm concerned that I'm going to lose the identity of what it means to be an American. Is it more that? Is it more Caucasian? Is it more white? What do you mean it's going to lose its identity?
It's all of that. It's all of that, that it's not going to be white people. It's not going to be Christian. It's not going to be speaking English. It won't be safe. No baseball, no hot, like all these different.
It's not going to be safe. It's not going to be, I love that he relates crime to non-white people. It's, hey, there's going to be non-white people. It's not going to be safe anymore. Okay? He's just so brazen about it. He's so open about it. It's kind of crazy, man. America really is cooked. The people that young Americans are listening to, Charlie Kirk, this fucking guy, like, dude, the next generation is fucked.
Years of identity are kind of being
Who are you
blown up.
sharing this concern with at the time? Are you talking to friends, mentor, peers, relatives, parents? Who are you talking to about this?
It's all my friends in college.
Okay, so this is on BU. You're talking.
Yeah, how does he have is he really half Mexican? Like, how does he have the last name Fuentes and he's as white as he is?
To them.
Yes.
And are they agreeing, disagreeing? What are they saying to you?
Well, we all basically agreed. So we all met at the, there was a watch party for the first debate between Trump and Clinton. All four of us. We were the only Trump supporters on the whole campus. And we all met at this watch party.
Is this the one that said you'd be in jail? No, that's the second one, right?
Yes, that's the second one. So it was at the first one. We all met. And we developed this kind of tight-knit friendship.
What month is this? Is this September of...
half Mexican, half Italian. He's half Mexican, really? That's crazy.
15?
September 16th.
September 16th. Okay, got it.
Right. And so, we all get together, and what was interesting at that time, and this was kind of like a cultural moment, is that, remember that Trump, when he came around, there was just this explosion on the right wing. They called it the alternative right. That had a very different connotation in 2016 than it did in 17. Because in 16 and even 2015, what it meant, up to that point, the GOP and conservatism meant kind of like one thing. It meant like Rick Santorum, like cultural conservatism,
Karl Rove.
Right, all that kind of stuff. And Trump comes along and says, well, I'm kind of agnostic on healthcare. We just want to take care of everybody. He was more of a Pat Buchanan, Sam Francis-like nationalist. And so there was this explosion on 4chan and on Twitter of a lot of young right-wing guys that were asking, well, what does it mean to be right-wing? And so there's guys like Stefan Molyneux and Jared Taylor and Stephen Pink.
D.O.C. Dismay sends another $5 and says, if Boston isn't Caucasian or Catholic enough for you, you're so cooked, it's crazy. It's the most Catholic state and we're super segregated. Really? Have I been to Boston? I've never been to Boston. I would love to go to Boston, though. It seems like an awesome place. But if it's kind of racist, I just like the accents. You know what I mean? From movies. Hey, I'm from Boston.
And Jordan Peterson and Ben Shapiro. All these guys come into the fold, and it's much more aggressive. It's younger. It's more dynamic. It's a lot of new ideas or maybe old ideas presented in a new way. And so we were kind of holding like this salon, like this intellectual salon at the Tasty Burger by Fenway, talking about all these new people that are coming around. Richard
I could go for a fucking burger right now.
Spencer, for that matter, Peterson, race, and ideas like race realism, like Western chauvinism, people like Gavin McInnes. And we were all kind of developing our ideas and what we thought was right. And ironically, and Cassie Dillon, who was my friend, I would raise this issue with her. And I would criticize Ben Shapiro very harshly. He was very anti-Trump at that time. And I said, I don't think so, no.
Okay, so...
Why isn't this cut up into questions and chapters, man?
So up until that time, have you ever been offended the way you were offended by Cassie? At that level, that kind of a pain, that kind of a...
I don't think so, no.
Okay, so...
reason that there is this special relationship between the countries.
Yep.
Because that is what she believed. And, they would give these answers, but I would debate.
Mitch, he says, I'm having Burger King right now. Sahtain, what are you having? I haven't had Burger King in a while, but when I used to get Burger King, I used to like the chicken filet with cheese. It's been a minute. And I used to love their Their Hershey chocolate pies. Oh, that was a fucking good ass dessert.
I would say, well, here's why that doesn't stand up. Here's why that doesn't make sense. And they became frustrated that I wouldn't let that go.
Okay, so Ben retweets a guy's tweet with only 1,000 followers, but he knows about you because
Madness Arcade says, according to Threads, Erika Kirk is Swedish/Lebanese, another traitor to your people if that's true. I saw a tweet. Frogan tweeted that Erika Kirk is Lebanese. I Googled it. I couldn't find anything. That she's Lebanese. So, like, I checked the Wikipedia and stuff. There was no trace of that. Can someone double check? Is Erika Kirk actually Lebanese? Which would make this even funnier. Sunflower Dragon sends $2 and says, he's a Fuentes. That's not white. It just isn't.
He already told him that you should take this guy under your wings and he could be somebody. Is Ben married at the time?
I don't know.
Can you see if was Ben married in December of 2016, right? December 2016? Is Ben married in 2016? Okay. So he's already married. So he's already married. He's got his family. He's doing his thing. This happens. She steps away. You can't believe it. So that relationship is gone. Do you all of a sudden just go,
who's he talking about?
Then they say, well, our fans, they had like a very small, loyal group of followers on their YouTube channel. They said the fans are demanding we
more nationalism, pro-America. So now,
ask me or call me or ask me a question. You can find me on Minect.
Mudma says, apparently her mom is mixed Syrian and Lebanese. That's interesting.
Okay, so now we're going to comments you made about immigration, which is more nationalism, pro-America. You know, I want to protect it. I don't want America to be a majority minority by 2030s. Right. I want us to keep our identity that we have. Okay, so she's offended by that. So now you can't go here.
Well, it gets better. So that's day number one. Why are you a conservative? Because immigration's changing the country. She hates it, disqualifies me. Now, I'm still there for 2 weeks trying to get a job that I'm never going to get because I'm already should remove them all. A self-quote is
way around. Let's say he's not a Jew. And he writes his
movement. That's when I say it is selectively enforced.
Yeah, but if he would have written this the other way around, let's say he's not a Jew, and he writes it about getting rid of Israel or making a comment about Jews, that would be the equivalent of saying, that's kind of racist.
I agree.
And the average person, and I'm just talking.
Would you say that me having sex with my dog is the same thing as me having sex with a black man?
No. But they would both be degenerate.
So he says having sex with a dog is the same thing as having sex with a black man? What?
Existence by Jews.
I told you yes.
Is that the video, Rob?
Yes, sir.
Can I see it, please?
Her in your daily existence by Jews.
I told you yes, absolutely. You laugh at it like.
How so? Can you?
Would you say that me having sex with my dog is the same thing as me having sex with a black man?
No. But they would both be degenerate.
Well, that's a little bit, that's a little bit harsh.
Well,
could be seen as harsh, could be seen as disrespectful. If I was an African American, I would be very annoyed, upset, frustrated.
Bro, how the fuck is this guy still online? Having sex with a dog is like having sex with a black man? What the fuck?
Angry with you, and somebody who could say that is racist. And the average person, and I'm just talking to you, I'm trying to be really hearing you out. I don't have any gotcha stuff for you here. It's going to be a very easy interview as we're going through. That's kind of racist.
I agree.
Okay.
But let's remember the context.
I agree. It's very racist.
Context. First of all, you saw that. That's a 3-second clip. 3-second clip, and you can't even see 80% of the screen.
For sure.
Because it's being hidden. Now,
it's out of context. Oh, please, what is the extra context that would make you saying that, like, having sex with a dog and a black man, they're both degenerate? What is the extra context that would make that not racist? Please, Nick, enlighten us.
You and I both know the way that we talk on a show like this is very, it's like anything. You got to know your audience. Now, that's a 3 a.m. conversation with 18-year-olds. I think that we're all political people.
By the way, I'm also with you there, okay? Because I'm not one that condones that behavior. I've told my kids.
This guy is such a piece of shit, bro. I'm with you there, by the way. The way you speak to other people, it sounds racist and fucked up, but hey, you know your audience.
I swear to God, if I ever...
It's all about valuetainment and making money at the end of the day.
I had a conversation with my boys last week. I said, if I ever hear you use the N-word, I swear to God, you're not going to like what I do to you, okay? They were going to school. My kids were going to school, one of the best schools in...
What, do they say the N-word regularly, Mr. PBD? Is that a word that is regularly thrown around your house?
Florida, that has the highest SAT scores and the highest focus on math. The owner of that school's son says the N-word, who's a white guy, says the N-word. The father who owns the school, the board decides to kick his own son out of his school. Very weird situation that happened. So we're having this kind of a conversation. And one of my kids just went to Yale for 3 weeks for some summer camp that somebody else was holding in Yale. But he goes or comes back slightly different. Language, you're kind of hearing what's going on, right? And I'm 46. I can't judge you because during my time, Instagram didn't exist. Snapchat didn't exist.
Sorry, guys. My ass is ordering some food. Late night food, but I'm hungry. Let's see what... Ooh, specialty wraps. Let's get an escalope wrap, guys. Chicken escalope. It's a fried chicken wrap. I'm going to replace the garlic mayo with honey mustard. I'm going to remove the pickles. You can keep the tomatoes in there. You can keep the lettuce. So, honey mustard. Remove garlic mayo. Remove pickles. And I'm going to add extra chicken in there because they make it. They don't put enough fried chicken in there. So we got that. And I also want... What else do I want? I want a cheese manouche. Do I want a cheese? Do I want a cheese pie? What do I get? What do I get? Actually, I kind of want some french fries. Kind of want some fucking fries. Oh, no. I'm being a bad boy. I'm going to be a bad boy tonight, folks. No, don't get the fries. Don't get the fries. Don't get the fries. Don't get the fries. Well, I'm going to get a half salad. I'm going to get a half. Let's get. I'm going to get a side salad with this. Okay, and that's what we're going to do. Add a half salad, a half Caesar Deluxe. There we go. There we go. We're going to keep it healthy. Go to checkout. I will pay by card. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Place order. All good. Okay. We're good. By the time the food's here, I will be done streaming. Sorry, guys. Had to take a little break. Sunflower Dragon sends another $2 and says, did Nick say he's on Minect with Anna Kasparian? They did show like I don't know what the fuck Minect is. I saw an ad like Connect for experience or whatever, expertise.
Exist. YouTube didn't exist. Phone cameras didn't exist. And let me tell you, there's a lot of stuff we did at nightclubs and army and videos were on the way we speak at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Mo says, I think I'm depressed, fam. I haven't eaten in 2 days. Mo, what the fuck? You gotta eat. Don't. When I get upset, when I get emotional, I also have a hard time eating. But you gotta eat. Okay, sometimes all it takes is just smelling the food, and it's gonna get your mouth watering. Order something that you like. Don't get too fancy with it. Something that you know you're gonna eat. Okay, and whatever it is you're going through, we're with you. Okay, you're not alone. The DNW community, the Do Not Warriors, are here for you, Mo. But you gotta eat. Okay, look after yourself.
Morning. Maybe not at this level. I've never said anything like this, but I understand that it's riskier. So at a young age, you have to be aware you're a very smart guy. You have to be aware that that kind of stuff gets caught, it's going to make it to public. So one, the responsibility is on you, but two, you have a higher risk you're going through because you're part of the social media family, not social media family, social media generation.
Some of you guys are the opposite. Mitch, he says, when I'm emo, I can't stop eating. Queen Irene says, I wish I could give you my trait of eating my feelings. Then I'm the opposite. If I'm upset, I cannot eat. I can go a whole day without eating, but my body would be like hungry. It's like demanding food. I just have no appetite. Would not be able to eat.
We didn't go through at 46.
Well, and I learned that lesson the hard way, but what is the lesson? The lesson is that this sort of thing, this is how political control is maintained, which is to say that we have a culture where you don't even have to do anything wrong. If you say anything wrong, ever, in public and private, even if it's not inherently wrong, if it sounds wrong, someone might be secretly recording and use it to make you look bad and then destroy your career or your
Bro, you said having sex with a black man is degenerate behavior. Stop trying to pretend like cancel culture is coming after you now. Okay,
so I'm at this job training. They leaked.
Okay, so that's the ad you were talking about. Nick Fuentes, Minect, get expert advice instantly. What expert advice is Nick Fuentes going to give me? How to be an anti-Semite? How to be a better raging anti-Semite?
This out to Reagan Battalion. This goes everywhere. And it was in that moment I defended myself very strongly because they tried to use this clip. And by they, I'm talking about Ben Shapiro, Cassie Dillon, Cabot Phillips. They think they've got it, and now I'm canceled from the movement. So I took that, and, you know, of course, they're expecting you to go out and apologize. They're expecting you to go out and say, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that. But I said, you know what? I'm not sorry because this is a political attack. This is not some kind of good faith, you know, because you said the comment is racist. And would I phrase it that way if I was saying it in an official public capacity? No. But we tend not to do those things when we think we're in private, in confidence. You kind of understand that there's some discretion there. And that's not to say that.
Oh, so, I mean, come on, dude. He's trying to say that because it was a private conversation with someone, it shouldn't be interpreted as racist, bro. I have private conversations with my friends. I don't say racist fucking shit like that. I don't refer to black people as like sleeping with a black person as a degenerate activity. Things that you say in private do most definitely count towards you being a piece of shit or not. It's not just what you say publicly when the cameras are on. It's very easy to say the right thing and be polite and not be racist when cameras are on, which is something that you still can't do. You're very openly white supremacist. But it's in the quieter moments with your friends, with your loved ones, where you truly, your qualities shine as a person. And if you're a fucking racist there, then that's what really matters, not the bullshit you fucking present yourself as online.
I'm, thought I could get away with it, but we don't speak in a lawyerly way when we're among friends.
Do you believe that? You don't believe that, though.
What, that it's degenerate?
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's immoral. I don't know that I would say degenerate, but
Okay.
I would say it's contrary to my values.
How much are you saying that in that moment because you're trying to be a shock jock and you're trying to get attention?
I wasn't trying to be shock jock. Think about the question that was posed. Let's just back. I want to know what you think about this. We're in a private conversation. A girl takes her phone out, starts secretly recording, and says, "Is having sex with a black man the same as having sex with a dog?"
Did you know she was doing that or no?
I didn't know she was.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, listen. You
But
gotta,
what is that to you? That's a setup.
Nick, I'm talking to you.
Well, it's only a setup if the answer you're going to give her is fucked up. It's not a setup if you're like, actually, no, having sex with a black man is not the same thing as having sex with a dog. There, I'm safe, even if you're filmed. So stop blaming her for what you fucking said. It doesn't matter that she filmed you. What matters is what you fucking said, you dumb fucking racist piece of shit.
In a way, as if you're my nephew or my son. Not in a, don't take it as I'm this to you. I'm not doing that at all. I'm just talking to you as I'm new to this game. I'm a business guy. So I haven't been, when I hear the histories, I don't know everyone's histories. When you don't know what you're talking about, you're right. We don't know the history.
This guy's such a fucking coward. Oh, you're right. It's not racist. Who knows? I don't know. Who's saying it's racist? Who's calling it racist? I don't know. I'm just asking questions. So I have conversations with everyone. Value-tainment. Aren't you value-tained?
Of everybody, but we're willing to learn. We'll talk to everybody. The way I see it, Nick, is one of my kids is very political, more than I'm political, but he's in the climate. So he's always, yesterday he's at the Charlie's memorial, and this was one of the most difficult days of his life, witnessing Charlie pass away. I've never seen.
One of the most difficult days of his son's life was watching Charlie Kirk die, and they were at the memorial together. Again, America, the next generation of Americans, like this young generation of white American men, is frightening. It is literally genuinely fucking scary to think what America is going to look like in 10, 15 years when these people start taking office and becoming politicians. And 20 years from now, oh my God, bro, this is genuinely terrifying. Charlie Kirk was a fucking hero to these guys. And we watched the Prowling Black video together, folks. The Prowling Blacks.
This is a very strong kid. 30 minutes on my shoulders going because of what happened with Charlie. He's sitting right there at the event, listening to everything for 5 hours. And he's loving it. It's not like, oh my God, I want to go home. I'm tired. Can we eat? Can we do this? He's all in it. The way I look at you and the way I look...
He's loving it. He's loving the content. He's loving the Charlie Kirk memorial content. All the speeches, all the hate, all the praying. He was like, Dad, this has awoken something within me.
Look at Charlie is... One of my kids is probably going to pursue this route, and he's going to go into politics. And I think you have an opportunity to mentor them to learn from the mistakes you made. Because whether you know it or not, you got a lot of kids that follow you, okay? More than
Delia Carmen says, that's why I teach. I will not allow them to lose their morals. We need more people like you. We need amazing teachers because it starts at home with the parents, but also the extension of that is the classroom. And who's your teacher? I used to look up to a lot of my teachers. I learned a lot from my teachers. So Delia Carmen, we need more W's in the chat for Delia Carmen. We need awesome teachers like her to make sure that she is steering these white American kids in the right direction because it's fucking scary out there right now.
And they follow me. There's more 13-year-olds following you than they're following me. This is not sarcasm. It's not a shot. I'm just the truth, right? Just like you were following maybe somebody and looking up at them. I think you got to be careful. But I also think it comes with the territory. Like when I was growing up, I was hanging out with gangsters in L.A., and I remember one day I'm in Vegas, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm in the street.
Bad Pierogi sends €2 and says, top-notch RFK impersonation. Really? It's the first time I ever try it. This is the first time I tried. I forgot how to do it now. Top-notch RFK impersonation. Tylenol's gonna make you lose your child. You have autism. If you're autistic, you have... I don't know how to do it. I fucked it up. Thank you, though, Bad Pierogi.
With a 15-year-old kid that's driving a car, and he's got a gun that I don't know he's got a gun. Guys pull up here to our left, handful of African-American guys. Where are you from, homie? Where are you from? He pulls out the gun from New York. Boom, boom. I'm 15 years old. We're out there running in the streets of Vegas. Guess what? You got to be careful who you get in the car with. That could have been the last day of my life. Somehow I made it. I'd go upstairs. My dad see me. My heart's like shaking. That was the risk then. I don't know if so much of that is the risk today. The risk is what you just did. You got to be careful what you're saying.
Well,
and that comes with certain, backlash and responsibility. But I also think, and this is going to give me some in trouble, I also think we should be forgiving. I also think we should be forgiven for Ben writing that as well as you saying it. I also think it needs to be like, listen, yeah, I mean, maybe he said this. I don't know his upbringing. I'm trying to find that mom, dad. I've seen some stuff with mom and what some of the stuff she said, and maybe it's the influence from grandma. It's not. It's Mark Levin. It's not like
so much more in common.
Bullshit. Stop the temperatures. Do you think when you hear the statement, let's find a way to lower the temperatures, do you in your mind say, shut up with this lowering the temperature bullshit. Stop it. Lower the temperature. Do you know what's going on? Do you hear that message now and say, maybe we got to lower the temperature? Hey, maybe if I got all these young guys that are following me, how Christ-like am I being? What am I? This whole WWJD, I had a call with somebody 2 days ago. I won't mention the name, but also very talented and capable. Very. Person I believe in tremendously as well. And we also, have had a challenge. But I said, listen, every time as I'm going through this, and I'm out there, I took my kids. Everyone's like, don't take your kids to, what do you call it, the Charlie's and them. I said, no, I'm taking my kids. I believe in God. I have faith. And if I move forward with faith.
What? I'm taking my kids to the Charlie Kirk Memorial. I believe in God and I have faith. That's your explanation? I have to take them. I believe in God and I have faith. We're going to the Charlie Kirk Memorial. Of course. America is so fucked.
What a coward. I'm a leader. I'm a leader amongst leaders. We're going to go there. They sit there proud. We're good. Of course, we make the investment for security and all that stuff, but we got to go. We can't change our life dramatically where we're seen as being cowards, right? We're never going to do that. This is America. It's the greatest country in the world. I'm going to do my part. My life has changed because of God, Jesus, America. I am the luckiest human being alive. That is my feeling, the vibe that I have, right? But when you hear the words, we got to lower the temperature, what's the first thing you think about?
I think it's kind of just a wrong perspective on it because I'm an intense person, and I think this is a decisive moment for America. And, what really made me beside myself is not necessarily that someone killed Kirk, because there's a lot of crazy people out here that unfortunately do carry out acts of violence. It was that there were like 100,000 liberals who are in their right mind that were celebrating, that were glib about it, that crashed vigils, that danced, that laughed, that mocked it, that said it was a good thing, he deserved it. And you realize that it is a battle between good and evil. And
I mean, again, he didn't deserve it. It's not a good thing, but I'm not going to feel bad about it. I'm not going to sit here and mourn him and say that he was an amazing person. And, he's a fucking asshole. R.I.P. Shouldn't have been publicly executed. 2 kids got shot the next day in a school. You know what I'm saying? Did they get a whole event? Did they get a whole vigil? We got 3 Lebanese kids got killed 2 days ago and their dad in South Lebanon. Are they getting any of the attention that this fucking racist asshole got? No. So, fuck me, I guess.
I don't believe that when you're fighting evil, you lower the intensity. I think that we must very intensely fight evil because we have to win. If we lose, and by we, I mean decent people, they're going to hurt us.
The way he speaks is more here. You're more animated. You have a very smooth style of delivering your message, but I actually wanted to know this guy to see what drove him. Your opinion of me. I'm Middle Eastern, married to a white girl, okay? I'm from Iran. Christian guy. Mom's a Christian. Dad's a Christian. Mom was a communist. Dad was an imperialist. Went to Germany, refugee camp, came to the States. Do you think there should be more opportunities of guys like me to end up here, or do you think it's better off for America, purely based on odds, to minimize more of me coming to America?
Obviously, he doesn't want more of you here, bro. Did you not listen to anything he had to fucking say? Idiot.
Well, I think that the most important thing to consider about immigration is it's just the volume. It's the numbers. I don't have a problem in principle with immigration at all. If we brought in 1 million, or maybe not 1 million, but if we brought in, let's say, 300,000 people every year that are like you, that are intelligent, that are productive, that are going to be generative, I don't necessarily have a problem with that in and of itself. The problem is that for 30 years, we bring in 2 or 3 million people per year. The foreign-born population has doubled. We brought in 50 to 60 million people since 1990. That's just too many people. And how I would distinguish it is that we're bringing in so many people that it's fundamentally altering what America is. You go to Miami. Miami's like a Caribbean country. It doesn't even feel like America. It feels more like Costa Rica or something.
Well, what is being American? Well, what is being an American? Americans is a country. That's the thing, bro. It's the whole country of immigrants. It's always been immigrants. It's just different skin-colored immigrants. That's the problem. Stop it. Just stop it. Just say you just want it to be white. Actually, this guy says he just wants it to be white. So I'm talking to the wrong person.
You go to New York, LA, it doesn't feel like what America used to be, what America is distinctly. And that's what I have a problem with, that pretty soon everywhere it's going to be so diverse, linguistically, ethnically, religiously, that you can't even say America is anything. Like the mayor of Minneapolis, he's doing advertisements in Somalian. What is that?
Yeah, they had the cop badge is now in Arabic. I don't know if you saw that or
yes.
not. Yeah. How do you feel about that?
I think that's horrible.
What do you think about, between the two communities.
That's what's nice about America. Like when I think of America, I think it's a melting pot. All these different cultures, all these different people from all around the world being there and making it work together. Making it, you know what I'm saying? Making the whole thing work like a, well, not a well-oiled machine, but like, you know what I mean? A rickety old machine, but they're all there together. And you get to experience all these other cultures in just one country. It's fucking fascinating. It's amazing. I don't know, man. How fucking boring would it be if all of America was like where this kid was born? Baseball, Catholics. It's fucking depressing. And white. Oh my God.
Muslim and Jews. Which one concerns you more?
Jews, for sure.
Tell me why.
More powerful. They're more powerful.
So more powerful in a way, you're talking the fact that they have money, finance, Hollywood. Is that what you're
yeah, they have more position in American society.
And how do you think they got that?
I think they got it because they are extremely connected. They're a transnational entity. You know, this is how the Rothschilds.
The Jews are a transnational entity. What?
Got started. Their superpower is that they live everywhere, and they have their Jewish identity supersedes their local identity. So a Jewish person in America or in Germany or in France or in the UK, they can all talk to each other and work together.
Do you think that's a bad thing?
Not in and of itself. It is detrimental for America, though.
Is it detrimental, though? Because, you know, I'm a Syrian, right? Mm-hmm. And I wish Assyrians were more.
We do not claim him. We do not claim this motherfucker.
Like this. Mm-hmm. And let me tell you why I relate. I'm a Syrian, right? Mm-hmm. And I wish Assyrians were more like this. Mm-hmm. And let me tell you why I relate to them. We don't have a country. Assyrians used to have a country. We used to be the first warriors. We were written about in the Bible. You read it all over the place. You know, the history we had, the things we invented.
I'm your king, bitch. I'm your fucking king. The descendant of Malik Kambar de Varda. I am Anthony Kambar Sargon de Varda. Motherfucker, I have a sword from Haile Selassie. Let's fucking go.
And then we became a little cocky. And God came in and was like, listen, man, relax, Assyrians. You ain't going to come and be the king of the jungle. It's me. And you hear the stories about that they built the tower to go all the way to the top because we are Syrians and, you know. And then we failed. He's like, no, look at you now. No one knows who Assyrians are. You don't even have a country, right? We know the land in Iraq or wherever you are. You don't have it anymore.
Iraq, not Iraq. Fucking idiot.
I think when a community becomes too cocky, the man upstairs is going to handle that himself, right? But in a sense, when you see they went from a small community to have this much influence, isn't that almost impossible for them to pull off? Like, isn't that... So it either produces one of two things. I'm not intimidated. I'm not a guy that is envious or jealous or, oh my God, that guy's richer than me. That guy's this guy's... I'm not. I want to see what they did and what worked for them. For example, to me, when I think about Jews, I think about Mormons, I think about Scientologists. I used to have an office where half the office was all Scientology, and I learned all these phrases, assist, or, I went to their church and Dianetics and L. Ron Hubbard, and what he would say when you get a headache, you do this. And
I can't anymore. I'm tired, folks. It's been a stream. Thank you so much to everybody who came in. I'm done with this PBD shit. I got to do time codes. I got to have some dinner. Thank you to everyone who was here tonight. I feel like I'm missing something, though. Is there something I was supposed to do? Guys, thank you so much for being here. To everybody who sent in a super chat, who gifted memberships, we love you all. Who became members, who subscribed to the channel, support us on Patreon. Lovely patrons such as Caitlin Kegla, Polish Pusher, James D. Dukers, Karina Carrillo, Jenna Jigglypuffer, Haifa and Hiba, Samir Ansari, Kelly and Myri C. These are some blonde patrons. Superhero patrons like Bader, Jordan M. And got your patrons like Elian Mujaber, Daniel Nechle, and EU Watson. We love you all. Thank you so much. I'll be back tomorrow night with a Dark Souls stream on the gaming channel. Maybe another stream during the day. Maybe some trucking. And maybe another stream on Thursday night. I'm not sure. It's my birthday on the 26th. It's my birthday at the end of the week, folks. So there will be some kind of a birthday stream either right before or right after. Here's Maki for whoever asked for the cats. Folks, we love you. Have a good night. And
it's the final day, but he's really not afraid. Got a lot of money, but you know he's on his way. But you know I'm still the same. Might have lost my taste. California dreaming, yeah, I'm headed to LA. Nirvana, headed to LA. California dreaming, yeah, I'm headed to LA. Sunset Boulevard, leave a star for my name. Trying to find your soul, you can find it in LA.
Sunset Boulevard, leave a star for my name.
Again, 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 again. If you wanna see me, meet me on the boulevard. Oh shit, fuck, I need a new guitar. Living in Cali, you